2, 1. I believe we should be live. Liddy titty.
All right, dude.
So this is like the 15th attempt at a podcast. But if you can't fail, you can't learn. What?
I was gonna say that. It's like the 15th intro.
No, but like I
new brand.
Seriously, well, I don't even think this is really much of a brand with this one. So I think that's what makes this nice. Yeah. I think where I'm going to change, like, I feel like we sometimes make things a little too tough. We get inspired by all these big people we watch and shit, and then we're like, oh, we got to do exactly how they do things.
Yeah.
And I'm just really in. I'm finally feeling my brand. I feel like you are too as well.
Yeah, definitely. Coming into your own.
Yeah. So I guess what's up, everybody? Welcome to a BigE Hangouts. We'll try to make this little podcast action work out on this channel. Just a little backstory. I'm not going to get into this every single time. I don't want to keep our guest Rob Tremonti, who we'll introduce here in a second. I don't want to keep him waiting. But we basically used this channel for a long time for vlogging. I wanted to separate my main channel, which was growing at the time. It was coming up on like 10. I think at the time when I made this channel, my main channel was at like 9,000 subscribers. So I was like, I'll make this vlog channel. I was hanging out with a lot of TK guys. Noticed extreme growth on this right away, and a lot of it was, just to be completely frank, because of doing stuff with those guys. So, this last couple of months, I was getting some growth on my main channel. I was like, you know what? I think the time is now to just capitalize on this and focus on it, even bring the vlogs back to it. So I did that. And now this channel was just sitting here, and I couldn't just let it sit here. And for the longest time, I've wanted to have a podcast. Me and Rob have like, let's name it this, or we've tried to do a podcast with each other, but it's so hard to coordinate a set time every week for me and him. Yep, so I'm like, you know what? BigE Vlogs is now BigE Hangouts. If you don't like it, unsubscribe. I appreciate your support. I'm just gonna have guests on here, have normal conversations, talk about things that are going on, have a good fucking time, man, and get into it. You know what I mean? I think that's the vibe, right?
Damn. So the whole channel is a podcast channel.
The whole channel now. This is just gonna be podcast, right?
Yeah. Big move.
Is that what you weren't expecting? You thought there were going to be vlogs on here now?
I don't know.
You never know what they expect with me.
Yeah. I think what you're doing and that plan is totally what you should be doing. And I've always thought you should be. I've said that a million times, but I always thought you've had like a extreme like radio personality, and your ability to hold the conveison and do this kind of stuff is like.
The thing that's tough, and maybe you or maybe a viewer can help me out. I don't know how to get. All I know is I can make this and put it on YouTube. I am going to be working with somebody to do a whole entire website. I'm going to have somebody managing that for me, so I'm sure they could put it on my site to have downloads. But I have no idea where to begin to get on like fucking Spotify. I don't know shit about iTunes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it's pretty. I don't know where to begin, dude. I know some people that are not very tech savvy that figured it out, so it can't be that tough. I think you upload it all into like one website and it distributes it out to
all the
main channels.
So anybody that's like watching this in the comments down below, if you guys could let us know, that'd be great.
I think it's super simple actually.
No, but real quick too, everybody. I plan on having Rob is not like a co-host on this per se, but I plan on having Rob on here a lot because he's just one of the like fellow grinders that it's like we're kind of like in par with things and in our lives and kind of like our success almost. You know what I mean?
We talk like this. I mean, all the time.
We'll be going on walks and we have these conversations and we're like, why don't we just do this in front of people?
Yeah, exactly. That's all it is. So
you think that's how porn starts? Like, man, we fuck all the time. Why don't we just do it in front of people?
I mean, we could go there maybe next season or
something. No, not me and you. Whoa.
Oh, okay.
Whoa. Megan, my wife's already jealous how much we talk. Yesterday she called me. she texted me. She's like, I got some great news. I'm going to call you at lunch. Never happens. And I'm like, oh my God, she's getting fucking laid off. Like, it has to be. What else? No, they're paying her for 40 hours no matter what, and she got an extra week of vacation. So she tells me that on the phone. I'm like, oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
And she's like, oh wow, I was expecting more out of that. And I'm like, this is why you don't call me. Well, whenever you talk to Rob, you seem so enthusiastic. And I'm like, yeah, because I don't ever get to see Rob. I'm going to see you in 4 fucking hours. You could have told me then.
Yeah, that's funny.
Get it together. But no, that's actually that's good, and it seems like you guys. So for those that don't know, just a little bit of backstory, real quick. We're not going to get in a full introduction. Just really brief. Besides your amazing YouTube reviewing content, which by the way, make sure you guys go check out BigRobEnergy on YouTube for the reviews. Besides that, introduce who you are just for a second.
Oh man, I've always struggled with this because I don't know.
I know that's why I'm like shorting it down.
It's fun. Dude, that makes it even harder.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Like in this situation, if somebody put me on the spot, I'd be like, I'm a longtime freelance creative, really passionate about what I do, trying to grow more into the world of social media and get more connected in gaming and growing my brand. That's what I, what I mean? That's all I am, really. I could give this whole backstory, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I could literally verbatim say the same exact thing.
I figured.
For the majority of my life, that's why we're friends, dude. But for the majority of my life, I've just been into creative stuff and making videos and just putting content out there and making people laugh, trying to spread a positive message, something like that. About a year ago, I started my own. Actually, before that, I was a freelance creative for a really long time. Companies out, build and grow and everything. And then I started my own
really influenced by fitness. Well, off the start, I wanted to point that out because I want people to understand like that's one dynamic that I think has, I come from a core gaming background, you come from a strong fitness background, and it's like throughout the years those cross. Like I was interacting with you when I was starting my fitness stuff, and you get more into the gaming community these past few years, and it's interesting how we intertwine. So I wanted to point that out. But go ahead.
Yeah, that is true. I have a background in athletics, played college football, that type of stuff. I actually made a YouTube channel. I think it was like a year after YouTube came out. And all my videos on there were like basketball videos, like dunk contests with my friends and and stuff like that. But back then, I don't even know what I was filming on, but I was filming and editing and putting them up, and like it was actually going pretty well. And then one of my football coaches found out about my channel, and I thought he was going to embarrass me in front of the entire team. So I deleted the entire channel, and there's probably like 20 videos or something. There was a lot of stuff. Like we were like doing it.
Dude, there's a lot of regret with that, isn't there? Deleting some old content.
Yeah, I don't know if it's regret or not.
I know I have.
It just kind of sucked. It's like it's one of those things where you're like, what if? But back then, I didn't have like a goal of being a YouTube guy, or I mean, that wasn't even a thing.
Do you think though back then do you think back then it would have been almost better that you didn't have a goal because you could just like for me 10 years ago when I was really actively starting to do YouTube, it was like there was no like crazy social media standards of like there was no worry about doxing and people finding out where you live and people like really like being like you could just make your videos on YouTube and just like goof around and be you. But then
now that I think about it, all my videos probably have my address in it, all that shit, I mean, but back then, like, there was no such thing as a YouTuber. We did it purely because it was just fun
for the goofs
and show our friends. And then I started, bringing those like editing skills into like school projects. And if anybody needed a video for the school, like I would be the one to record it and edit it. And I just always loved that whole process and graphic design and pick that up, actually like 15 years ago, which is crazy as fuck to think about.
That's so funny that you say that. I was like watching, I listen every day when I go for my morning walks and workout. I'm listening to like motivational shit, highlights from what people say. And I don't know if it was, I don't think it was Elon Musk. It was because I watched an Elon Musk video this morning. That guy's a fucking robot, chat. But there was something where somebody said, it was Tony Robbins. And it was like something along the lines of like the ultimate goal in life, honestly, isn't money. It's creativity mixed with connection. It's like how creative, you being creative in whatever it is that you're meant to do, and then how you connect with people based on that. So what you said, like this whole story of yours, it just started from creation. Yeah, sounds like.
Yeah, dude, pretty much. I just find like I genuinely enjoy watching ever since those, I was in like middle school or whatever year that was. I just always genuinely enjoy making stuff, editing it, and then like watching it become a final product and just looking back at it and all that. I mean, it's still the same exact thing to this day.
So with that, Rob and I have a strong appreciation on like evaluating things and just seeing how things grow. Like this last year, me and him have really gotten into TikTok. And well, I mean, in all reality, and it's a whole different beast in itself. Like you try to push me with that, and then I try to push you with YouTube, and it's crazy how all this works.
Yeah. The TikTok thing was fun when it first started, when we first got on it, because it was like constantly
trying to figure out how it worked. Yeah.
And try to like just figure it out. And I do that when any social media comes out. Because right now, I mean, my profession pretty much is a brand advisor, and social media and branding advisor is like really what my profession is in general. That's what I help most clients with. So I need to be on top of the game as far as social media, not necessarily me having the biggest numbers and stuff like that, but it's like
knowing
understanding the psychology behind how people, do things, and why people like certain things, and what are trending right now, and why are they trending right now, implementing.
It's weird how so much relates.
Yeah. So TikTok gets on, and I used to hate on it all the time, and just not really hate on it, but just like, just troll it. Cause
we all did. We all did.
People still do.
Any person.
So easy.
Yeah. So pre 2020, like 2019, especially male, and I want to say majority of females over the age of 18 ripped on TikTok. Like no way I'd be on it. There's no way I could fit on there. And then I downloaded it. It's like the typical trend of like what's happened. And I downloaded it, and I'm like, oh, there's just more than that. But in 2020, my honest belief is anybody who's hating on TikTok in 2020 is just an idiot. It's just they are 100% the fucking people that like they still say Facebook. Nobody's on Facebook. Only a billion fucking people, dude, but nobody's on Facebook. It's only the largest fucking yeah, exactly. People will just become tunnel fucking vision in their thing. But I don't want this. I don't want this to be like. I don't want this podcast, this hangout, to be like. We're not trying to like dive in depth and tell you how to like grow. I want these things to be conversations, but that's just how me and Rob think. This is how we
we just have so many similarities, especially the way we think, and like you'll say stuff to me that just I don't even know what it is. I'm sort of spiritual, but not like super weird or anything.
Oh yeah, we've talked about this.
You'll say stuff to me and vice versa, and like it'll relate to like exactly what I'm going through that day.
Yeah.
And you had no idea I was going, and that's happened like several times, dude. And like, that's just
this is the prime example of surrounding yourself with like-minded people. It's like,
because you deal with the same shit.
Yeah. And then I was actually, it's ironic. I was telling Megan last night, I was like, I actually feel low-key or 2 nights ago, I was like, I feel really bad that like, I was like, hey, let's do this 75 hard thing. And like, we were both into it, but then, I fucked up and, I failed, not reading. And I'm not going to like, well, you know what? Fuck it. Like, I'll just pretend like I failed it. I failed it. I didn't give it its all. But like, I had no idea that you had gotten, like you had, because I even told Meg, I was like, it's weird. This guy was texting me every day. It was like, how are your cravings? I'm like, what the fuck's he talking about? Like, I'm like, did he think I fell that off? I didn't realize that you thought in your head that you fell off that hard. And that that's why you were.
When I said that, it wasn't that I was having cravings. I was just trying to bring it up. So I don't know. Like, so the challenge was still.
Yeah, and I guess I didn't know you were like
being talked
genuinely
about.
asking me like, are you having cravings or like? Because I'm like, no, dude. Like I'm fine. Like I haven't, dude. I can't
Yeah, I
tell
was
you.
straight up like just asking. I don't know.
I
didn't
can't
really.
tell you the last time. This is legit that I've had candy. I can't tell you. I can actually seriously tell you the last time I've had potato chips because it's that not off. You know what I mean? Christmas time is when I had potato chips. You know, like unhealthy. You know, junk food. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's like one thing that I've personally lost in this last year, which just year or two, is that like hunger to like want to be like just immaculate in shape.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just
understand
want to
that.
be healthy.
Right.
That's what's tough, man. It's fucking
Well,
tough.
that's
Chad.
yeah. I mean, that's definitely my priority as well. Obviously looking.
But
For me,
you're a
it's weird.
pusher. Like you
Yeah.
fucking push yourself. Hella hard.
Well, not too long ago, I have photos on my Instagram of me like even a year or two ago where I was in shape, and I wasn't going super crazy hard, but I definitely look better than I do now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I remember feeling more confident, like my shirts fit better, my clothes fit better. Like that's what I go after. I'm not going after like. I mean, I'm married, dude. You know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to get girls or like any of that kind of
It's
stuff.
tough when you're married too, because then you don't really, because that's when most dudes honestly like fall off, because that's when they're like, I ain't got nobody to impress. But like that's what I'm saying. It's really cool to see somebody like you drive, when you have that effort, you drive me in other ways, and other people out there like. Just because Rob right now is getting like busy with fitness doesn't mean that like it's got to encourage me to get busy with fitness. It encourages me in other ways. Like like when I'm like I don't want to record that video this morning, I'm like, you know what, Rob's probably killing it right now with his fitness. I should probably kill it with my video. You know what I mean? Like
that's exactly
corresponds.
Vice versa. That's exactly how it was with you, dude. Same exact thing.
Yeah.
You know.
So it's the definition of like-minded people, or surround yourself around like-minded people, is 100% true. I've had so many friends over this last year, so many people that I've interacted with and made content with, and it's funny, out of all these years, my interaction with Rob has been probably the most strong and best. And with a lot of these people, I notice a lot of like complaining or half-assing, and like Rob's just not like that. You know, and I also noticed that when I'm around people that complain more and do the self-pity stuff, I complain more. Yeah, dude.
No doubt.
And like, so I think that's why, like, I'm, excited to have guests on that don't do that. And, and you know what, too? I'm going to bury the hatchet on fucking like smaller creators that say this. I know I'm a smaller creator, but the reason why I want to have, because people are like, oh, just want to have larger creators to get the views in. No, I want to have larger creators on because I feel like they are more like-minded than a vast majority of smaller creators, because there's a lot of small creators that have like a really good mindset and they just haven't made it yet and they're just working hard. I think I put myself under that category. God damn it. And you as well. Like we just haven't blown up on something yet, but we work hard and we try to stay positive and we try to uplift other people. But there are so many smaller creators out there that is just so like somewhere in their shit, it's a woe is me. Like, oh geez, this is so unfair.
It's easy to fall into that,
Yeah,
it's easier to like
it's not their fault
than to be patient and put years of work into something. It's easier to just quit, dude. I mean, that's why most people will hate. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's so much easier to hate on TikTok in a tweet than invest time into making 40 TikToks and making it seem if it works. It's way easier.
Right.
So most people are going to do that shit.
That's
the thing with the big creators that you're talking about, though, is like, you have the same mindset, but these people, the probability is pretty high that they just have better practices. You know what I mean? They're better organized, or they're more organized, and they
actually execute. And there's probably a lot to learn from them.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
and that's what I want to do. That's what I want to learn. I want to get better.
Yeah, I bet a small amount of humongous creators have gotten really big, by accident. There are some that there's fluke involved, and whatever happened. And most of them, they know what they're fucking.
I really feel like people that do kind of get big by accident, maybe they hit that like viral. It's really you don't see a lot of them sustain it over a long time. Like, that's just reality. That's just reality. That's like, and that like, dude, this whole tie-in, what I want to talking about the Valorant Twitch scam, because that's what some of these streamers are doing. That's what some of these.
Yeah.
All right. So right now, if you're listening to this video or this cast in the future, or even right now, you're not educated into the situation. A new game, Valorant, came out. It's going to be a very competitive game, and it's the closed beta. And they did an amazing thing with Twitch, and in order to gain access to the game, you have to gain access watching Twitch streams. Fucking W, man. Traffic generated. At first, it was a little bullshit the first week because you had to watch larger streamers in order to get it. Understandable, though. There should have probably been an application process, but understandable nonetheless.
The whole thing's so clever, dude. I was like, that makes
it's
so
really
much
clever.
sense.
I'm cool with it, but just like with anything, people try to fucking milk shit. So you have the largest Valorant stream this whole week, and like last week, 4 out of 5 Valorant streams were all previous ran streams. So what streamers are doing, what some of these guys are doing, is they know people, fake accounts, spam accounts that are just trying to get code access to this game. They know they're watching these 24/7 drop streams to where they can gain access to this game. So they're right now, like, the largest stream for Valorant on Twitch is not even live, and they have not been live. I don't even know if they've been live this last week. It is just constantly rerunning the same content. Imagine that. The fucking largest stream on a live stream platform isn't even fucking live right now, and they are doing nothing about it.
Dude.
Nothing about it.
I was gonna ask you, like, is Twitch against? I mean, how are they not against that?
I don't know. It has to. Like, because it's not a clear rerun. It's not the rerun. There's a difference between having a live stream and using the rerun feature, which reruns a previous live stream, but it is a clear rerun. These guys are manipulating their stream to be a live stream playing a rerun, which should thus be against. But it's to the core. Like, I'm gonna be honest. There's about like 4 creators that I seen that, and it was just like instantly disappointing. Because it's like,
totally. Well, it's more disappointing that Twitch doesn't do anything about it.
But it's also disappointing in the creator, dude. You're already getting thousands of viewers. The fact that you forget where the fuck you come from, like, dude. Even me this last week, I had a point where I had 100 viewers in my stream, and like, that is fucking awesome. It's good fucking time. Having even 30 to 40 is great for a smaller streamer. We did the math. We picked one stream that was doing this, like VODing. They weren't live. We picked that one stream, ran the numbers, right? If you would even take half the viewers from that one stream and trickle them down to smaller streams, they were taking away from the opportunity of 2,000 streamers having 30 viewers. Like, let's just say small streamers that could have had the drop, that could have benefited from it. Let's just say those numbers trickle down, even just half from one stream. 2,000 streams were affected from being able to just have an uplifting chance at fucking getting a little bit more attention. You know what I mean? Because this fucking asshole, instead of having 10,000 views for 8 hours a day, has to have 100,000 fake views for the next fucking 2 weeks. Like, that's and to the kind of what we were just talking about. It's a piss poor mentality.
Is he making money off of having just more viewers like
dude?
that?
Fuck yeah. Twitch ads, subs, going live. Dude, fuck yeah.
See, that's when it's fucked.
Yeah.
Now you're just straight up just cheating, like, the whole monetary system. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it has nothing to do with just. Yeah, that's fucked up, dude.
And here's the big problem. And here's the bad thing that gaming and Twitch and YouTube and live streams are ran by. Because, like, I get it, dude. I get it. Like, some of these guys are like 18, 19, 20 years old. They don't think. Like seriously, these are just the littlest things that fucking young people, and I say that fucking term usually because I still am immature. I'm only 30. I'm not fucking Yoda over here, the grand, Like,
Dude.
I get it. I understand the temptation to do it, but do you think now more games that come out in the future are if Twitch is like, okay, well, this is clearly a problem. Well, we got to remove this feature. Now you just ruined, dude, because this game coming out and it doing these closed beta drops was fucking phenomenal for all streamers that got an opportunity. It's this last week. I have noticed more friends that were small streamers that now have 100 to 200 viewers out of nowhere and are sustaining that and have grown like 500 subscribers out of nowhere because all these new people found them. More than any game, more than Fortnite off the start. I'm talking off the start. Like a game comes out, boom, right away. People are benefiting from it. More than any game.
It's a brilliant plan, dude. Immediately when I found out how to, navigate through the whole thing and get the game and everything, I'm like, dude, that makes so much sense. Like, that's so brilliant. I love stuff like that. Marketing is like my life, so I just, I appreciate that kind of shit way more than.
But then this throws a curveball because people do stupid shit like this. This is what people ruin.
Yeah, greed fucks up everything, dude.
Yeah,
I mean. And then you get really young people involved, and they haven't really been through, they haven't been able to see what being really greedy does to you, and they get this opportunity to do it, and it seems dope at first, but in reality, everybody's talking shit about their brand now because they're like, yeah, this guy's a dirtbag. It's really not.
I literally
numbers wise, like it's cool, but like reality wise, in a couple of years, as time goes on, I mean,
well, that's the thing about a live stream too, like. Dude, once this is all over, those numbers are gone. This isn't a YouTube video. You're not, you know what I mean? Like, those numbers are gone. Yeah, okay, you got a spike for a month. You made an extra $10,000 this month because of it. Like, I wish I could make an extra $10,000, but I don't think I could sell years of hard work on behalf of my brand because dude, I cannot. I'm already seeing multiple large streamers speaking out about this, but what I'm not seeing them point out the person in particular to make them feel guilty for their actions, and I think that's what we need. We need
that's a big step.
We need that. Confrontation's
a tough thing, man. I mean,
that's why I honestly thought about making. Yeah, I thought about making a whole video on it, but then I'm like. To the core, what I was just talking about a little bit ago, like then that's where people will be like, you're just a smaller creator complaining because it's not fair. So it's like, I hope I have in my heart that a larger streamer will do it.
You still have that right though, as a smaller streamer,
right? Yeah,
like it wouldn't even. It would. I mean, who cares? Like, it makes sense. You are the one being affected by it.
I feel like a larger streamer will speak out soon.
Yeah, somebody needs to be the hero.
Somebody needs to be the hero of this stream story.
What they know they should do. That's really all.
Yeah, absolutely. That's all.
Like,
that's
give
all
me a fucking break.
Yeah, that's all that should be done. Which it's just so sad that I mean, every positive is gonna have a negative because the game is gonna be really good for the community. Like it's a great game. It's just sucks that like through anything positive, you're just yeah.
Yeah, it's like this guy's he's planting a seed in a lot of people's minds. You know what I mean? Now these people think, oh, I can just do this. And then, it's just a bad thing. So, but I mean, the trust with that guy, it goes away. So if like he tries to sell, I mean, I'm sure he has merch or I'm sure he has a big fucking channel, but, that's, you're going to be more trustworthy if you were to ever be on the same level. Like a lot more.
Right.
You're not going to have that thing in the back of your resume. That's like, yeah, he also, scammed everybody for a week.
Yeah.
I mean, he scammed 125,000 people for a week. I mean, like, it's not going to be on your fucking resume. So.
Yeah, and you know what's fucked up is like it's so weird. So like I had got access to the game and I had a drop command in my title before I had drops, but the title was clearly like information about Valorant drops because what streamers weren't telling people is that once you watch 2.5 to 3 hours, you're automatically entered. You are whitelisted into a giveaway to enter. And these people have been watching the stream for like 70, 80, 90 hours this last week. Thinking
you came out and told people that?
Yeah. And I like
that's some
people
commend that, dude.
Some people were like, oh, didn't know that. Well, I'm just going to go do my thing. I'm like, yeah, I know it like loses my viewers. But like once you watch the stream for a few hours, you're good, homie. Go do your fucking thing. Like don't leave your shit. Like it came straight from the Valorant developer, like from Valorant. And here you have these people like, I just feel like that's dishonest to run your stream in the mentality of the longer that I keep my stream running, the higher chance you have as getting it. But in reality, they should be honest, like once you're watching it for 3 hours, you're entered, go do your thing.
Yeah. That's fucking, I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, imagine having no viewers, just to play devil's advocate, imagine having no viewers and then all of a sudden you have 50. It is going to be tough to be like, hey, you guys can all leave now. You know what I mean? So I get that, but at the same time, that is one thing I've always respected about you.
Ironically,
you do a lot of stuff where you feel it in your heart and then you just do it. You know what I mean? You don't really.
And that's like ironically today I put out a video on my main channel of like the top 5 most important things to become a good streamer. Like if you want to grow and become a streamer. And the 5th point, which is the most like, I know people are going to be like, why you save that for the 5th point, but it is the most important point. It's holding yourself up to these weird standards. When you do have that one stream where you gain 50 viewers, people do that. They try to hold on to this guy who was hosting this rerun for 100,000 viewers is fucking so thirsty for that 100,000 viewers. He doesn't want to let it go. So he found, but now you've created this really unhealthy standard within yourself of this 100,000 viewers. I don't care who you are when you hold on to that. And then next thing you know, it goes away. It fucks with you. It will fuck with them.
Can you imagine, dude? Fuck. Can you imagine feeling like down by if his viewers got cut in like 2/3 and he only had like 40,000 viewers?
Summit's an actually entertain. Right. Summit and Tim are actual entertaining streamers, and these guys. Naturally, with real live streams, we're getting 100,000 to 300,000 views over the launch of Valorant. And they're down to like, I say down. They're averaging again to like the 30 to 60, 70,000 range, right? Yeah. Throughout the stream, they'll start hitting those ranges. And it's like, but the thing is, like I don't know, man, you can just, that's why I fuck with certain people, because you can clearly tell. Like Summit is there about the game. That's what he's there for. Yeah, Tim's there about the game and the interaction. When somebody does what they're doing, like with this whole Valorant thing, I can clearly tell now. Like I know now that you are not just about the game. This is 100% to get you more attention. And I don't fuck with that. I don't fucking care about that. There's 100,000 people out there creating content that want attention, man. I don't care that you want fucking your attention.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, for me, it's more like a what's next? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
what's the next dumb thing you can milk out?
Right. And if anything else happens, you're kind of looking at it with like a raised eyebrow instead of just like accepting it and trusting whatever it is. You know what I mean? Right. You're like, I don't know. It's just a dirtbag thing, dude. I know a bunch of slime balls in real life. It's the same. It's the same fucking. They do a couple things. They do one thing, and you're like, oh, whatever. And then they do like 2 things, and you're like, okay, so this is just how this person is,
right?
And then
to the core, to the core. This is just how they are.
Yeah. I'm talking about my dad's 62 years old, and I'm talking about like people's personalities and those kind of traits where you just kind of keep doing stuff like that. And he's like, yeah, I know people my age as well, and they've just literally never changed. Like people don't. There's some parts of you that will never change. You can't change human
nature.
Extent.
Yeah.
In their human nature, you know what I mean? And I don't know. I know people personally that just can never stop lying about every fucking thing, or exaggerating, or like not telling the full truth or something like that. And it's like they've never changed. They've been like that for 15 fucking years.
That. I got family members like that. It's fucking annoying.
Yeah, it's really annoying. Especially when they're family members, dude.
Liars get so good at lying in their head that they believe themselves. It's fucking wild,
dude.
Fucking wild.
Yeah, that's a real thing for sure.
Speaking of real thing,
Bill Gates.
Here's yeah.
Dude,
I just want to. Well, good thing is this channel is not partnered, so we can talk about coronavirus. It doesn't matter if we get demonetized. None of that shit matters here.
Oh, okay.
I do not fucking know what to believe with this fucking virus anymore. And like, dude, and maybe that's why I'm so fucking addicted to Valorant is like finally something to just take me off the mindset of like following these things online. But like, dude, I don't know. I cannot. One day I'm like, okay, this is a really bad virus and we need to all work together at stopping this. And the next day I'm like, this is fucking fake. What is going on here? I don't know what to believe anymore.
I think it's just my gut feeling. Well, first of all, I think nobody really knows much. So, that's kind of the first thing.
Right.
Or knows as much as they think they know. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's always with everybody that
the thing.
comes up with big facts. There's also a ton of shit that they have no idea about. So
exactly,
whatever they said is not like definitive. There may be facts to it, but you're like, well, you also,
the first
like conspiracy
week
theorists and stuff, they don't really factually know what they're talking about. You know, some stuff maybe, but
it's very interesting.
I'm not gonna sit here and just accept it all.
It's a very interesting investigation on your behalf. But like,
it's very interesting.
Like the first week that the coronavirus started breaking out, and we started having conversations in our live stream about it on Twitch TV /BigE Live. We fucking, dude, I had a couple people in there that were just like right away, like, all it is this. All you need to do is this to kill it, and it's just like.
That means nothing.
Really, dude?
No one
like
knows.
you're a viewer in my Twitch stream. Like I really don't believe you. I don't.
Somewhere important.
Yeah, if it was that easy, I feel like people would be somewhere better and more successful.
Yeah, they would, factually. And not even think they would. But it's tough, dude. I don't know. I think it's a sickness that is really bad.
It's very real. I don't think anybody needs to debate that anymore. All these fucking morons that it's like, no, it's not even a thing. It's 5G. You guys are fucking idiots. I want to just say, if you're watching this video and you believe that this is 5G, you are a fucking moron. You are. Let me say it one more time to where you're like, oh, maybe he's not talking about me. Maybe he's not being that aggressive. You are a fucking moron if you're like, it's not even a real thing, it doesn't even exist. It's real. Now I don't know. I don't.
There's so many fucking cases that it's clearly real, but there are also parts where I've heard like if there's certain deaths that are definitely because of something else. Well, maybe not definitely, but like they're basically because of some other disease or something, but we all have. I'm not too like well versed in this, but they also have COVID in their system. But it wasn't really
that was the conversation I was having the other day. If somebody has stage 4 brain cancer and comes across this virus, is it really acceptable to say, "Oh, COVID killed him"? When in reality, if they would have got the flu, it would have probably killed them too.
Right. I understand
statistically speaking,
for sure. But a lot of those same people say that the disease itself is not bad at all. Like, you know what I mean? They go that one step further where you're like, all right, now you're just a clown. Like, you know what I mean? It's like there's no reasonable point where we can all stand on. So I'm just kind of, I don't listen too much to the news. I don't know who to listen to.
I never
listen to the news because I just don't. I don't know who to believe. You know what I mean? I'm not going to invest time into that.
You know who I've really been like honestly just listening to? Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan, The Future had a great podcast. I've been listening to real people talk to real scientists and real doctors because like
Future's one of the best channels there is, dude.
Yeah. I listened to that whole thing, and it's like what they're but okay, to what everybody's saying. Here's a question I have for you, and I want your honesty. Do you think it was man-made?
I don't know.
I'll let you have a judgment, so that way you're not. Hopefully, it doesn't judge me. At this point, I feel like it was. I do.
I don't really understand where any of them come from. So I don't really know what to even think when it comes to that kind of.
Apparently, to some of the stuff that I've seen today, and this could be wrong, but for those that don't know people. And this isn't going to be a conspiracy podcast, but it's very interesting because this is huge. Apparently, Bill Gates, the whole foundation, the Wuhan labs where this came from, was all like, and some other crazy shit was all hacked today. And like loads of people are just downloading a whole bunch of information. And the conspiracy theory going around right now is and I've heard lightly on this before too. The whole crazy fucking mind blowing conspiracy theory, like deep, is that companies like Bill Gates and other larger companies basically created this thing to make it a very viral, contagious thing to where you would have to have a vaccine, and Bill Gates and then would own the patent for that vaccine. That's like the big conspiracy. I can't say I believe that or not. I don't fucking know. I always thought Bill Gates was a pretty rad guy, so it's hard to make a judgment like that. but the facts are people did get fucking hacked today. So there's going to be some crazy information coming out soon. But what's weird too is over the last
just one piece of information, you know what I mean? Just
dude, but
anything.
what's wild is like, have you ever thought about how numb we are just getting? Like the whole what's one good thing? The whole Epstein thing. Like it's a meme, but it's such an honest meme. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like
that's how a lot of it is, dude.
We all know better, but we don't do anything about it.
There's a lot of truth said in jest. You know?
Yeah, dude, but there's so much
Eminem
truth.
Said it best.
Yeah, there's so much truth and there's so much like not truth. It's like, what do you even fucking believe anymore?
Yeah,
I'm just gonna play my Valorant game or watch the streamer for 50 hours and get a free code. That's all I'm gonna focus on.
Yeah, well, another part of me is just kind of like,
want to believe?
What can I actually do about this? You know what I mean? It's
yeah.
Like, even if I do know a lot, so what? You know what I mean? I'm not in a position to make calls and do like. It's just tough, dude. It's just for me, it's something I can't win or anything. All I can do is just kind of take care of myself and
that's why, like, when people come into a chat or have a conversation and they're very passionate about this is where it is, this is where it came from. I'm like, no, you can't tell me 100% that is the case.
And if it's not a fact, then it doesn't mean shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how I am with like everything, by the way.
Yeah,
like when
of
people
course.
Just have opinions about things, I'm like, well, is it a fact, or you just kind of say that? You know what I mean? It just doesn't matter if it's not a fact.
It's just weird. Like ever since 9/11 happened, and that video Loose Change, I think that really there are. Oh, dude, it's fucking mind blowing.
I forget every fucking movie I see, dude. Like
I think it's Loose Change. I believe it's Loose Change. It's like it's all about like the 9/11 and it being a cover up and stuff like that. And yeah, it's fucking wild. It's wild. But like, I don't know, man. You just never know what to believe anymore. Because I feel like there are conspiracy theories. I feel like this coronavirus, I feel like there is an extent of like, ooh, there's some dark stuff behind, but like the allegations and stuff that people are coming up with is just so far fetched. It's just like, okay, you need to slow down, dude.
It's not helping anything.
You need to slow down.
I've always kind of lived my life giving people the benefit of the doubt, and I always believe like the vast majority of people are good people and
good intentions.
Stuff. Yeah, good intentions. And, you know, if I go to the store right now, like, I'll probably meet 5 super nice people. You know what I mean? That's just how it usually is. When something's not like that, it's usually really eye-catching, and you're like, what? Like, it's just way out of the norm.
Right.
So I tend to do that, but I just don't know enough about the actual people within these organizations, like, on a personal level, to where I can really develop, like, an opinion on them or know any facts. You know what I mean? I don't know any facts. I just sit in my room and fucking make YouTube videos with my dog here. I mean, like, you know, I don't know what I would be talking about if I even. So the whole thing's kind of weird. I don't know.
It's very weird. It's very weird. Yeah. And I think that's what makes it worse is like now more than ever we have more time to sit back and think and go back and forth on like, ooh, it could be this. Ooh, it could be that.
Yeah, and dude, oh man, you think a little too long, and then all of a sudden you just you start believing shit. It kind of goes back to the whole lying thing, you know? You just think about something so much, you're like, yeah, that's got to be this.
Yeah, exactly. Like some of these people have just like they've dove so deep into the idea of a conspiracy theory that it is literally just what it is.
Yeah,
and they don't rationalize,
and they can't go back. They can't be like, no, I didn't mean anything I just said. And look like an idiot.
Right.
So yeah, Brittany the other day, for those of you listening who don't know, Brittany's my wife, but
Brittany's his wife.
She brought up she said something in the kitchen about like something she watched, and she's like, yeah, this is really interesting about like the virus and stuff. I told her I was like that's cool and all, but just don't listen to that shit too much, and don't don't make any definitive.
I think at this point, that's how Megan was too. Megan is really, like her thing is, if she's like, if I get laid off, I'm gonna go to Ohio. I'm like, the fuck if you are. And she's like, why? And I'm like, Megan, this isn't a vacation. You would be getting laid off because the spread of the virus has not slowed down. So now they are drastic. You going to Ohio does not solve the problem. Oh, it's not that big of a deal. And plus I'd be around my family. And I'm like, yeah, and you don't know who they've been around. You're fucking sitting. You're sitting here, or if you go to Ohio, you're staying your ass up there for 2 to 3 months. So I know that this thing's fucking over with or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're people are just, oh man. I'll tell you what, it's so funny. So many people all the time act so tough, so badass. Dude. Especially some of these young punks. Oh, I'm such a badass. They think in their head, like, dude, if the world came to an end, I would do this, I would do that. But you get told for 2 fucking months to stay in your house or stay at home, not even in your house. Stay away from human beings. You could go in a car and go for a drive. That's not an issue. Stay away from people. Stop going to places, and you freak out. Oh my God, my rights have been taken away from me. I'm going to riot soon if we do not open up. You need to chill the fuck out. That's what people need to do. They need to fucking lax. Dude, and everybody's like, dude, do you realize the repercussions of our actions with the economy of what's going to happen? Yeah, and we all are going to have to go through it, and that's fucking life. But I'll tell you one thing, I'm not going to have the chance of my life to be burdened because you wanted to fucking open up your taco stand sooner and you got all fucking pissed about it. You need to chill the fuck out. People need to relax.
There's some douchebags locally that have been pretty damn vocal on their Instagram stories about, I mean, like straight up saying this whole thing's fake and whatever, and that they had the virus last year and like, all this kind of stuff. And
I want to fucking headbutt every forehead like that.
I know, but they're posting shit like in straight up defiance of like what's going on. They're posting like them hanging out with their friends and drinking, like, partying like it's not going on, like, and like going on a hike with like 10 people, and like,
what?
So clear what
HIV isn't real either. I'm gonna go fuck this guy infected with yeah, I'm a rebel.
It's so clear what they're doing. It's so lame, dude. Like, I don't even know, man.
Dude, with the conspiracy side, that's like, apparently, quote unquote, again, anybody listening, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm just I'm just mentioning some of the crazy allegations that were apparently released today. So like such information was released about the coronavirus in itself that it was man-made because it has certain strands of the HIV virus. That's what makes it so contagious. And then it has strands of malaria, I want to say, and then a really bad influenza like COVID-19 or COVID virus. Like, dude, I mean, if it's fucking true, how wild would that be? Like, they basically, from what I've seen in the conspiracy, I got to make sure I put that in the conspiracy theory, is that they made the virus have the like HIV proteins, which is
it's
what
like out of like a fucking like Batman movie or
right
something.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. We need the Heath Ledger to come back to life and fucking dude, fight off this shit or something.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for The Rock to like fucking battle COVID.
You know what? I'm right. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna be the sick fuck on YouTube. This is probably why I'll get blacklisted from everything and growing. I'm just ready for this thing to infect the White House and just get rid of all these old fucking people that don't know any idea. Dude, the delusion. Have you seen the fucking Joe Biden clips going around? Again, not politician. I'm not voting. I don't fucking care. Like, this is just human fucking nature, dude. Yeah, Holy fuck. And then you had Clinton When she was running, she was all fucking out of it. That Nancy Pelosi, I don't even know what the Pelosi, I don't know what the fuck she does, but I see the clips of her fucking talking all delusional and shit. Dude, why the fuck are these people running our fucking country? How is this even possible? Why is The Rock not coming in, drop kicking Trump and taking over the throne right now? And
Dude,
why isn't Vin Diesel like at his side being VP? Can we you know what? While we're fucking at it, can we get Robert Downey Jr. up in here and run a couple states? We'll get fucking Thor up in here. Like, let's just get the Marvel.
Johnny Sins up in the White House.
Dude, you know what? And for like a good judge, we'll just get fucking Tom Hardy up in here because you know he can rationalize. He can be the bad guy, but in the end, in the long run, you know, he's just trying to be the good person and make the right call. Like we just need this, dude. We need these people to come up and we need fucking really though. We need younger people with more ration and better health to come up into this, dude. I'm sorry. I'm just getting to that point more and more. It is. This is where I offend some viewers. I know physically, mentally, and emotionally after taking care of my health and losing weight that I perform all around as a person way better. Way better. I'm sorry. It's not up for debate.
No question.
And when I see most of the
that's a scientific thing too.
This isn't just an opinion. So when I see most of the fucking these people in Congress and running this fucking country are like fat fucking overweight slobs that are in their 70s and 80s. I'm just
not thinking.
How are these people rationalizing the decisions of everybody's lives? I don't understand it.
Dude, I've never even voted for a fucking president.
I did. I take that back. I was about to say I didn't. I voted for Obama in 2008 because I turned 18. I had the right to vote, and like in our small towns, they really made dude, you gotta vote. And I was just like, I mean, he's black. I'm gonna vote for him. That's cool, dude.
Well, he's a cool dude. I mean, he's a great guy. I mean, first of all, I don't know enough about politics. Second, but more importantly, when voting, I've never seen anybody that seems like an actual leader to me. You know what I mean? And that's really it. Especially Hillary, even Trump. I just don't see.
Dude, honestly, how people believed that Hillary would beat Trump is beyond me. Yeah. Because I don't see any form.
Well, they were just voting against Trump. They weren't even voting for him.
Right.
You know,
right.
It was just to make him lose, but I don't know. Anyways, I never talk about politics because I'm not even well versed enough to really have
that's exactly why I don't. I scrape the surface on the definition of things, on my thoughts, on just the general feeling, but dude, policies, all that type of shit just goes out the one. I don't know enough. I don't care. And to be quite honest, most people that do know so-and-so's quote unquote policies and what they believe, quote unquote, believe in, they really don't. They really don't.
Well, they just don't know all of it. You know what I mean?
They don't know what drives these people. They don't know how good of actors some of these people are. They don't know shit. Yeah.
When bitching about this kind of stuff, like I mentioned earlier about other stuff, it just doesn't do anything. You know, when Trump tweets, all those people have his notifications on and tweet immediately. They're just trying to get retweets, dude. Their tweets don't do anything. No one's tweets have ever done anything.
You're ruining the fucking country tweeting like this. I live in America, and things are going okay for me. I don't know. I don't fathom these. I can't. I think that's what's so hard about politics with me. Yeah. And this is where it separates me.
People are so passionate,
Yeah.
It's what's your actual reason? Because it might be a good reason. I just don't know.
Right.
But they're all just trying to get these retweets, and they're trying to become more popular in the political space so they can one day.
It makes it so tough,
or do something. I don't know.
It makes it so tough to believe in and follow something because it's just this whole Gates Act. It's and the whole coronavirus thing. It's very interesting to look into stuff and see what the ideas are out there. Ooh, wow, spooky. That would make a good movie. But in reality, for example, these last 2 weeks, I've really spent a lot of time away from Twitter. I have certain words like Trump. NBC, MSN, all these words muted on social media, right?
And doesn't seem to work.
Honestly, in my world, and this is going to sound cynical to some people, in my world, things are going great. And like, it's almost like nothing's really changed for me these last 3 to 4 weeks. Like, I'm just focusing. So it's like,
it's all about where you put your energy,
right.
dude.
Same thing with politics. I can't name half these fucking people. I see them. I know the faces because of memes and shit like that. I know Trump because he's just a fucking OG. Whether he's a good leader for a country or not, that guy's an OG. And you're just going to have to accept that. He's smarter than you in terms of talking shit. Maybe not smarter on, he's probably smarter than you on economics too, but like maybe not smarter on what's good for our health. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know his fucking policies and his plans.
Yeah, everybody has their thing. You know,
I can tell you, if you go to fucking Twitter at him, you are fucked. You are fucked. So old fucking politicians. I don't get into your shit. I don't know what you believe, but if you're just taking any advice from smaller people out there, listen to me when I say, do not go at Trump when you on Twitter. You will look like a fucking idiot, and you will lose your next election because you fucked with him. Because he knows him, and whoever helps him run his page knows his fucking shit. And that's why, dude, that's the only reason, like, I follow him to see the stupid shit he posts. Because I get it. Dude, if you can't have fun while like, if this is everybody's like, mass panic, this is the end, like, holy shit, we're just going down the shitter. You got earthquakes, you got a fucking coronavirus, you got Trump in the White House, like, this is just the fucking end of the world. World War III's coming. If that's the case, I'm gonna have a laugh going down. I'm not gonna take the last fucking 6 months of my life to be too fucking serious here, pal.
Yeah,
like, I'm gonna have a good fucking time, kid.
Yeah, well, that's a big reason why I think we do what we do. Create stuff to just kind of
get the mind off
entertain our own world and the people who are down with us and our communities. It's like I'm more interested in building a community and having this cool group of people than the community of politicians, I guess.
Yeah,
being in that world.
And with that, I really believe if more people would not focus on that shit, like really focus on it, they would be way better off. If some of you guys would just, instead of like worrying about the coronavirus and being like, oh my God, I'm inside all the time, and would just focus more on like, man, what do I just want to do today? Like what could I do in my situation today that would make me really happy? And you do that, I bet you'll feel pretty good. And then by the end of the day, you'll be like, holy shit, I didn't have to see any death counts. Or, dude, like last night I actually seen like the total. I remember when the virus first started spreading, dude, it was like every day I'm like, oh my God, the fucking number's going up. The number's going up. And then at some point I'm just like, of course it's going to go up, you fucking idiot. Like, it always goes up. Like every flu virus, death count, any tragedy always goes up. Mm-hmm. There is... like, that is like being startled because now more than ever people have been killed by cows compared to 5 years ago. No shit, because we're in the future and you add that number up, it doesn't erase. This isn't a video
game. There's a shitload more people. I mean, it's just these little things that nobody seems to talk about.
But
that are really important.
And like for a while I just was like, at the first start of the spread of this, I was looking at those titles like, oh, no, more dead today, largest death count today, more died today, and it's like, well, yeah, because it's like that's what happens when you add up. That's math. 2 + 2 is 4, and 4 is 2 more than 2, so it's always going to be more. So I don't know, but like last night was the first time that I actually checked. I'm like, holy shit, 2.5 million confirmed cases. Wow, didn't even know that. And like these last 2 weeks, have been great for me. I don't know. I just really feel like in times like this, shut off the news. Pay attention to what you want to pay attention to. But like, stop fucking following stupid shit and just stay in your lane and do your thing.
I always go back to like what I can control.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And if I wake up today and try to stop this thing, it won't work. If I try to open up restaurants or if I try to open up businesses and all that, that won't work. Like, that's not in my control. I'm not the one who makes that happen. You know what I mean? But what I can make happen is several other things in my life. And I'm not going to waste my time trying to do the stuff I can't when, I should be just focusing on these other things. So I don't know.
Do you think then with all this that like, where do you stand with this year, dude? Like, how are you? just how the heck are you this year? You know?
How am I this year?
Is this the worst? Like everybody, I get online and people are like 2020 is canceled, like worst year, and like
I don't think so.
I did believe it for a period of time, but dude, like the last 60 days has been great for me.
Yeah, I
can't agree with it.
I think it's all about perspective and what you're into and what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If my whole life was based around my job got let go, and that's all I did in my world,
right?
Then yeah, my year would probably fucking suck. You know what I mean? If
Right.
somebody in my family got sick or something, yeah, my year would fucking suck. But what I do and what I'm into and stuff, right now, I'm just like so locked in, and I'm still able, fortunately enough, to be able to do a lot of stuff that I love. You know, like making videos or making content or doing whatever. Creating stuff, I can still do that, and I feel personally like I'm way more locked in than ever.
Yeah, I feel like honestly, I think these times. Okay, the reality is anything that we go through in life, and I think a lot of people understand this in terms of themselves. Like you go through a death in your family, that is an obstacle that you have to learn from. But like people don't often understand that sometimes we all get thrown in obstacles together. Like. It's not just you're not just the only person living on this planet. So like right now we are in an obstacle, and after this, there's going to be a huge flourish of people who fail and who come out on top.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
I'll tell you what.
Whether you want to dwell on it or
if you're listening to this video, or if you're listening to this podcast, God, I gotta remember that this is a podcast now. If you're listening to this and you're questioning which one am I going to be, if in the last week or two that you've been laid off, you have spent, I would say, 3 to 4 hours of your day watching TV, you are probably not going to be one of the people that understands that there's something on the other side of this.
Dude,
I don't understand.
I know so many people with like small YouTube channels and stuff. I'll just talk about that specifically, but they're
I know what you're about to say.
They're talking about Netflix and they're talking about all this shit like binge watching and stuff, and I'm like, dude, what are you talking about?
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Binge watching is one thing. If you're gonna watch a TV show, watch it, get it the fuck over with, get it out of the way. I'm okay with that. I really am. Like, really, you think about it, like Ozark. We watched Ozark. It took us a Friday and a Saturday. It was relaxing. I shut down from everything, got off social media, spent time with my wife. Not everybody has that opportunity, but like when you're in a routine every day, where you're watching this show and that show for hours on end, watching TV shows through again, you're fucking wasting your time. I don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah, if you watch it again, dude, like you clearly have nothing else going on.
Like,
or care about anything else. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Especially if you're like, obviously there's so many people that have lost their jobs and stuff and they're not making money. There's still, contrary to popular belief, a lot of opportunities out there to make money. I mean, with the internet, you can do fucking anything. So if you lose your job and you don't have that income anymore, and you're spending your time rewatching fucking TV shows when you could be, doing some research on.
I get Megan's watching Parks and Rec for the third time. She already watched New Girl for the 4th time all the way through. And granted, she is like doing that while watching it sometimes, but like sometimes she just literally will come home from work and just sit there for like an hour or two. We've actually the last 2 weeks not so much. Honestly, like I think that first 2 weeks, that's what like she's like, what do I do? And then now like it's like we're working out at home, we're going out for walks and hikes, like she's doing that stuff. The big thing this last week has actually been great. Oh my God. She started like planning off. I with this house stuff, I had like a fucking mental breakdown. For those that don't know, we are building a house right now and they are making it so tough. The loan company is making it so tough now to like confirm the approval, even though we've already been approved, because I'm self-employed because of this business, which is understandable to an extent. But like, when you show so many things, it's like, dude, can you just fucking trust me?
Like unnecessary.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. Like one of the other things that popped up, they were like, we signed for this shit in February. So they didn't even know us before February. Before the end of February, they didn't even know us. Why the fuck do you want to know why I transferred from my PayPal to my bank account $3,145 on January 16th?
Yeah, how's that even relevant?
That's not. It's not. And I straight up told him, I'm not going to find out what that was because I have so many different streams of revenue. I said, look, this is where all my money comes from. I stream, I do freelance projects, I make a little here on this, make a little there on that. If I transfer stuff it's a larger amount than your system picks up and it shows like, because I'd already transferred once that month and then there was an additional, that $3,000. I was like, it was probably a quarterly payout on top of just having extra money in the PayPal and I just transferred it all at once. I'm like, if that throws up a red flag, then you're going to have a lot of red flags for me because that's how my business is.
Yeah. Where did we start?
Yeah. So
that's
like,
annoying,
dude, yeah, just dealing with everything right now. But, I told like they want me to have my 2020 losses and gains and stuff like that. I'm like, dude, I don't fucking have that. I do that shit at the end of the year. I sit down, I go through every fucking line of revenue, of income, of credit. And this was from that. This was from that. That was that day. I write down everything. I organize it all. And then that's when I do taxes. And so like I told Megan, I'm like, we need to start being more up to date. I was like, you say you want to help me grow my brand. You want to help me out. I was like, this is where you can help out. You are really organized. In the last week, she's been making these sheets of like, expenses, mileages. Like the other day, we went to make a YouTube video. I got a YouTube little challenge coming out here soon to like.
Oh, nice.
Like get out and do something. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
But
especially with the good weather coming up, so.
Right. Yeah. But the video is going to be how I edit in Lightroom and Photoshop and stuff like that. So, but we took an hour and a half drive to these waterfalls that we could like access or at least like get close enough to the area to take these photos. And like most times I would just like kind of fucking jot down that we took that trip and that's it. Like, but she actually like made a little thing that was like the miles, the time, the reason why, making a YouTube.
Oh, nice.
So like, yeah, I need more structure. So she's getting better.
Oh,
but yeah,
cool.
there's so many people out there that are just like, and I you know what? Like I love a lot of my viewers and supporters, but like I know that you're fucking bullshitting when you say you're taking advantage of this. I know. I'm not fucking dumb.
Yeah.
When I start or when I get you know what? I'm gonna take this opportunity, start designing things. Start becoming a more designer. Really, because I see one post in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, dude.
I'm gonna start building things in this opportunity. I'm gonna become really active in building things. Really, because I haven't seen fucking shit built from you, dude.
I'm kind of like, sort of as recently, I just kind of over the whole talking about stuff. And,
yeah.
Because I found myself like talking about it, and then immediately, like it seems fun. That's why I talk about it. It seems fun. It seems interesting and stuff.
It's all hypey to go on social media and be like, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, well, it seems great and stuff, but what I'm really doing is putting pressure on me, and it does add some accountability, which is great and stuff like that. But the pressure at times sometimes makes you not do it, and I'd rather just do something and then be like, hey, check it out.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit.
You know that? Yeah. I would
seems to work way better.
I would much rather in one of my videos, instead of you wasting your time saying, you know what, I'm going to do this. This is my plans. This is what I'm going to get out and do. Like, just stop talking about it and just go do it. I'd rather you just do it. I'd rather you just get it done.
Yeah.
Like, even sure. You wasting those
everybody would rather you just do
it. Yeah. Yeah. Even you wasting those 5 minutes to type out this heroic comment that nobody's probably, no offense. Like, I'll see it and I'll be like, yo, cool. Hopefully that happens. But like, in all reality, it doesn't do anything for you or for anybody. It just hypes you up for that split second. Like, yeah. And I think it is. I think it's a form of accountability. Like, I'm typing it out. You know what? I'm typing this in somebody else's video. I'm going to get this done. These are my plans. This is what I'm going to do. And it doesn't happen.
Yeah. Well, and then you do it, and then it's like,
yeah, and then that's that's what I was saying, like 75 hard. Like I was like, man, what kind of excuses could I have? And then when the first time somebody asked, I was just like, nope, I fucking failed, dude. I failed it. Like I failed it. Like and like I'm getting to the point where like I don't even have time for fucking excuses. And all of these, like, just so many people all the time, especially during these hard times, have so much time for excuses. Dude, the excuses are fucking ungodly.
It's so easy, man.
I don't have a good enough camera, dude. You don't
the
understand.
excuse of not making like videos though, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
If you are listening to this and you are laid off from your job and you are not accomplishing something with your time right now towards your business and your goals, you are a fucking moron. I will repeat that one more time to make it clear. When you have weeks off from work and you have objectives and goals and you're not working for those, you are a fucking moron and you deserve everything that is going to happen to you.
Well, and you're gonna regret this time.
And you're gonna regret it
immensely, dude.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna be like, dude, remember when I had 8 weeks off to do this?
Oh yeah, you know what? I forgot how much I did hate my fucking job. This sucks, dude. You know how many people? In all reality, do you know how many people are probably going to come out of this situation? It's going to be a small amount, but are going to come out of this situation not having to go back to their job because they capitalized on it.
Oh yeah, dude, I can see that. I can see that shit happening. I was talking to Brian from Bad Seed earlier this morning, actually, and he was talking to me about like his journey and stuff and how his whole life's changed in the past year. And I don't know, I was super inspired, dude. He's a dope ass dude.
Yeah, we had a phone call last week about everything.
Yeah, I know you told me about that shit, but
really helped me. I was actually talking about him or talking about you to him too, and some things. So
yeah, we're all kind of in the same circle. You know what I mean?
Right.
Which is cool as fuck.
We need to get us out to an event whenever we can. Well. Wait, no, he didn't yet. He's moving to Washington, which is like a lot closer to you than what I am to you. Washington. He's moving to Washington.
State or DC?
State.
Wow.
Yeah.
Brian is?
Yeah.
I wonder what part. That's interesting.
I want to say
he probably doesn't know I'm from there.
Yeah, I don't think he does. And I did tell him that you're in Oregon though.
Yeah, that's cool, dude. He seems like a cool dude. Isn't he like 6'6" or something?
Yeah, I heard he's tall. He's tall dude.
I forgot about that. You when you watch sit-down videos, you totally you have no idea.
You don't know. You have no idea. Yeah. That's like when we were at the Gfuel booth. I did have a couple people that was like, oh, I just imagine you would be like bigger, like fatter. Like a couple guys. Like really, I did.
Wait, what?
Yeah, because they're that. Yeah, they were like, man, you're a lot thinner than what I thought you would be. Because like Big E. Big E, like Big E. Like my name's Big E.
You're supposed to be fat, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, right? That's how my nickname started. I was 330 pounds. So like, I get it, but it's more of a flattering comment because it's more of like, oh wow, like you're a lot slimmer than I expected. I'm like, cool, dude. Fuck yeah, thanks, man. But there were a lot of people that are like, wow, you're taller and bigger than I expected. I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking Big E, dude. I didn't just like I'm not like 5'4" and I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm gonna call myself Big E even though I weigh 130 pounds. Like I'm big. And I'm E. I think that's just it.
See, you were talking about TwitchCon yesterday, right?
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. I was just I've been trying to like Twitter. I've just been trying to have those like little engagement things. Hey, ask a question.
Yeah, for sure. I've been doing that a lot lately too. Trying to get more engagement.
TwitchCon is going to happen, and it shouldn't. And anybody, one more. Let's do. You know what? We've had it twice today. Let's do it third time. Anybody who thinks that things should open up this year is a fucking moron. One more time. We're just going to roll that back, just to make it very clear. Anybody who thinks anything should just open up this year is a fucking moron. We should just be taking the fucking year off. Dude, cut the losses. Cut the shit. Take the year off. Get ready for 2021. This is what we're going to have to do. We're just going to have to do it. Like, I don't understand, like, people's daydream. The reason why I say this is an issue, like, you take TwitchCon, for example, they haven't made it very clear yet, hey, this isn't happening. How many people right now have hotel rooms booked for that weekend? I'm so nervous that some of these companies are going to find some way out of not being, like, screwing these people over because they haven't canceled their hotel rooms in a certain time, or you know what I mean? Like, I feel like a lot of bad shit's going to happen throughout the year with shit like that. But everything should just make it, like, TwitchCon should just let people know it ain't fucking happening, man.
Right. Yeah, they need to step up. You know what I mean? But it goes back to greed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know. You want to hold off as long as possible because it's a human. I mean, someone's going to lose big time. You know what I mean? Whoever it is, it's either the people or the organizations.
Well, there's a couple states.
It's tough.
There's a couple states opening. Everything's opening back up already.
Yeah, I heard about that. Like bowling alleys and shit.
Yeah, gyms, theaters,
Super
everything.
Bizarre. Yeah. The South. It's in the South, isn't it?
Yeah, they have a different attitude down here. They make a. We're talking about the same area that takes all the fat and gristle and cholesterol from, which, don't get me wrong, I have no problem with it, but when you mix it with processed carbs, it's really bad. They take all that and mix it with processed carbs to make a side. You know what I mean? We're talking about the South, like here.
Oh, I understand.
You know,
there's no nutrition facts.
Save our bacon so I can fry fucking fried foods. Save our bacon grease so I can fry carbs in it. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Yeah, I understand that, dude.
Cool.
Dude, peep the tweet I just sent you.
We're live in a podcast.
It's relevant. Yeah, I know. Anyways,
that's how you're talking right now?
Yeah. It's the only way.
Oh, dude. That's wild. We need to get you set up. After this is all over, I need to travel out to you to get so for those that can't see it, it's him holding a camera with his phone on top of it.
Dude, it fucking works, actually. I don't have any other stands.
But why? Oh, it's for the stand purpose. So that way you don't have to hold the phone.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no other way to have my phone next to my face without holding it.
Gotcha. Why didn't you just plug your Rode mic into your laptop?
And use just Discord on my laptop?
Yeah.
I don't know, because I already have the app on my phone. That's how we've been doing it. That's how we've been doing it.
Laptop will be a lot better quality too. Just heads up.
Oh, that's a good idea. All right, we'll do next time.
So next time we'll if we're not fucking if we're not
next time we rebrand it.
If Bill Gates hasn't killed us by then, maybe.
Dude, he's not even. That shit's not even trending on Twitter right now.
It was earlier this morning. See, that's.
I know it was. I saw that, but how is it not trending? How is it not the biggest thing?
No, dude. I don't know.
Because it's definitely the biggest thing in the world. Like,
yeah.
Christy Harvin's not the biggest thing.
Oh my god, it's so fucking wild. It's again, like I don't know what to believe, but it's just like, imagine if this is real. Imagine like just for a second, entertain the idea of just thinking that this was some elaborate thing to like take a mass control of like the population or something. Like, I don't know, dude.
I know.
It's fucking wild.
I'm glad I'm not like that. I don't know if negative is the right word, but I just don't.
I think it is. I think it is negative because, like you said, at the end of the day, like, okay, you have this big elaborate idea. What are you going to do about it? You're on social media. You're sharing it out there. What are you going to like? What like the Alex?
It's not even that. It's like what
the Alex.
You even do
yeah, the Alex Jones. Right. Yeah. Exactly. Like the Alex Jones of people. You know what I mean? It's big of a conspiracy. Like.
Yeah.
It's years later. You're still talking all these conspiracies. Some of them could be true. They could not be true. But like at the end of the day, like, what do you do?
Yeah. Nothing.
Nothing.
No, I'm not going to spend 4 hours a day fucking, just wasting my time on that. So, anyways, what else are you doing today?
Because it is just a big waste of time.
Yep.
People have more time people have more time to sift through this shit for hours a day to find out all this proof in their terms of what really is going down here. But when they come out of this, when everything goes to, I don't think anything's going to go back to normal, but whenever we get to this new form of life that we're going to be introduced here in the next coming months, they're going to go back to their fucking, not being laid off. And then they're going to be like, man, what the fuck? Why don't I have good things happening for me? Well, maybe because you dumbass, you spent 8 hours of your day finding all these conspiracy theories about how how this is spread to this and this is that. And you wasted all your time doing that and didn't just focus on yourself. Maybe that's why.
Well, I think just seeing people do stupid shit like that and waste so much time, it kind of dawns on me that, like, okay, these people don't have hobbies. You know what I mean? Because if they had a hobby or something they really enjoy,
this wouldn't be a problem. This wouldn't be an issue.
Yeah. Well, they just wouldn't want to be doing this. They would want to be making a video or, like, knitting a fucking sweater or whatever their hobby is. You know what I mean? They wouldn't want to be arguing with people. Can you imagine, like, that's what you enjoy? Like, that's crazy. I hate doing that.
Dude, like the other day I was playing Valorant. I was playing Valorant, and like you always have in-game banter, and that's like, dude, I miss that about gaming. You have a little shit talk, dude. Ha, GG, easy. And we got our asses kicked by this team, and I had don't really ever get toxic people. We had a guy come from the game, and just was in the stream trying to like roast me, and I'm like, dude, people don't get it. People don't get it. I'm like, what are you, dude? God, my God.
So he whooped your ass, and then he came in your stream.
Yeah.
How did he even know you were streaming?
Oh, I put my Twitch in their thing. I was bantering, dude. I said, and here's what I said. I said,
like a chat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you have a chat in Valorant. It's like CS:GO. Which I don't think you ever play that either.
Okay.
It's you'll see.
I'll play Counter-Strike.
I said, GG's, get good, TTV /BigE live if you want to see what your future dad looks like. That's all I said. So like what typically people do is they come and we're like, yo, GG's, man. And I'm like, God, you guys kicked our ass type thing. Well, it's like one guy.
Yeah.
And didn't say
anything.
You're
clearly kidding.
Yeah. Didn't say anything I haven't ever heard before or anything. But like, it still surprises me to this day that people like logically think like this. Like, he's in my stream like, your tattoos are stupid. You're fat. You're like things that like, dude, I don't know what you want me to say. I'm not trying to fuck you, dude. So I'm not trying to impress you. I got a wife.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't need you, my guy. Then it was like, don't be too loud. Your mom might wake up. Like, just the dumbest things.
This is all the same guy saying that?
Yeah, the dumbest fucking things. The dumbest things.
Multiple insults?
Yeah, and I'm just like,
talking about?
It's like the whole like how this person is being is like how so many people are nowadays. They would spend more time benefiting somebody else, trying to be mean, and not just worry about themselves. Like, I was like, dude, I have ads enabled. Whether you like me or not, whether it's fucking 50 cents or not, you just made me money. And you're here giving me an extra view, which is going to in turn make me go up the suggestion list for more viewers. I was like, you are literally hurting you more than helping you.
People, I think most people don't think that.
They don't. Well, I think it's because a lot of people out there are soft and they would see something like that and they'd be like, oh my God, I'm fucking done.
Great. Personal insults are just, yeah. I don't know, dude.
I am like very chat. If I ever talk shit to you in a game, anybody ever listening to this video, please know that when I can get you to come to my chat to rage out more, whether you win or lose the round, I have now officially won. Thank you. I have got what I wanted, and that is to get under your fucking skin. And it's just the old school gamer meme mentality. Like the old COD MW2 to get in your head to try to get you to lose the round. And then if you don't lose the round, I'm just going to get in the head so that way I just win overall. It's just that's just how like some of us are. Like we're just memers. We're trolls. You know what I mean? I never made like troll videos, but like to the core, the gaming environment, I just like to have a goof and a gaff and fuck with people.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand. I'm the same way. Sometimes people see like a lot of stuff I post on Instagram is like comical or I mean, you know, kind of bring light to a situation, but I never like insult people or anything like that.
Right.
And I've posted stuff before. I posted a video recently. I forget what it was. It was some sort of gym fail or something. And there was like 4 or 5 comments that were really insulting and just straight up like mean towards the dude in the video. And I started thinking to myself, like, is this the type of I had to like check myself. I'm like, is this the type of community that I'm actually
growing?
Because this is not what I fucking want. You know what I mean? And I had to like really think about that with the stuff I'm posting in the future and stuff. It's a real thing because these people think it's okay. And they probably think I think it's funny that they're saying this stuff. In reality, I'm like really turned off and I'm like, fuck this guy when he comments that kind of shit. You know what I mean? But nobody. But
dude, you
let that be known, then you build a community. And
there was a period of time where I was streaming. I don't know if you ever like tuned into those streams. I was playing with this guy called Captain Jack. I don't know if you ever seen any of the collaborations. Me and him like bantered each other a lot. Like it's all love. I mean, we come into our we come in our disagreements, but like at the end of the day, it's like just fucking humor. Well, like I remember off the start when we first started playing, like he's got a very passionate community, and he would have some people like go or like without his control, some people from his stream would like come to mind. Why didn't you help him do this? Why didn't you help him? You know what I mean? Type shit.
Yeah.
And then vice versa. At the time, like some people from mine would, if me and him would get into a disagreement, they would talk shit about him in my chat. And I literally lost viewers because I was like, whoa, hold up. This is my friend. We talk shit to each other. You are just a viewer. You do not talk shit about other people in my fucking stream. You do not go to other people's streams and talk shit to other people. I appreciate your view, but at the end of the day, I'm not growing a community where we are talking shit behind somebody's back. I will talk shit to Captain's face, and that's why we will banter with each other. What I won't do is when I turn away and we don't have that interaction there, and you're in my chat talking shit about him, we won't be doing that. And that just is a core value of that's not how my community is ever going to fucking be. You talk shit about, I get to talk shit about my friends. I get to talk shit about my wife, my family. You don't. You shut your fucking mouth.
Dude, yeah, that's like, I 100% get what you're saying. It's like I can roast my sister, but if somebody else says anything about my sister, I'll fucking kill them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
100%.
That's just not how it works. But that
reminds me of a TikTok, by the way, real quick, where yesterday I seen this guy was like answering a phone, and this dude was like, "You fucking call her again, you fucking text her, I'm gonna beat your ass." And the guy's like laughing, and he's like, "Who are you talking about?" Like this guy just keeps going on, and he's like, "Dude, who are you talking about?" He's like, I'm talking about fucking Stacy. Quit fucking calling her." And he's like, "You mean my fucking sister?" And then the dude hung up, and I thought, dude, fucking great content. But anyways, go ahead. Yeah. Sorry.
Sorry, sidetrack. I saw a video the other day from Nick Merckx. I don't know if you saw this or not, but he was it went pretty big. Well, all of his stuff goes pretty big, but it was like he was just about to play somebody. I forget who it was or whatever the dynamic was, but he was about to play somebody, and he told his whole chat, he's like, "Hey, look, guys, before we play these guys, no matter what happens afterwards, I want you to go into their chat and say good game and like, you know, have good vibes about the whole thing." And he was like it was like real blatant, like great leadership. And that's a part of, you're kind of responsible for the community you build. That's just how it fucking is. But he did a great job with that, and it kind of resonated with me. I was like, it was really cool to see, because other guys might do that. I just have literally never actually.
Actually, that's like pretty rare, honestly. Like I think more people are like, I mean, you'll even have some of the larger streamers would I don't think it's like a huge problem or anything, but I've definitely seen larger streamers where they've been like, oh my God, this is the fucking guy. Like, go spam his fucking chat this or something. You know?
That's fun.
But in turn too, it's shitty. Like Tfue is like one of the largest Fortnite streamers, if not still the largest.
Yeah.
And he just randomly got into some like just stupid drama because he was live. Somebody stream sniped him, and he's like, this fucking stream sniper. And because, or something like that. And because of that, members of the community took it on behalf of themselves to like go to his shit and shit. And then like fucking basically some random fucking like doxed him and like got his account taken down or something like that. I can't remember. It was, but like, you can't blame like, it's so wild. It's such a weird world that we're in.
You can't blame Tfue for that at all. But you know, a lot of these guys, I mean, they're young and they're impressionable and stuff, and they're just trying to do this kind of stuff for like some sort of validation from, or you know, they're trying to get noticed from Tfue, and that's really all it is. They think Tfue would like it. You know what I mean? Because he's clearly upset. I'm going to do something about it and like, defend my Lord and Savior.
Right.
But in reality, it's just not how it is. So
not everybody's like Ninja can just have your house taken.
Yo, that video, dude.
Did you see why I made it though?
Oh yeah, I know the whole story and everything. Yeah.
I mean, dude, I have no problem with Ninja. Like, much respect.
No,
like,
the whole thing's funny. I pay attention to like pretty much all that stuff. I just don't literally watch a lot.
Here's a reality. I would probably say the same shit that Ninja said about that situation. But I don't market myself to be like this peaceful Disney like you can't.
I feel like he's been a little more savage than usual. Like,
and like I like that. But
I love that.
But then when he gets too much criticism, he kind of he will from time to time pull out the like victim card, and it's like, you can't do that, dude. You can't have both. You're either very friendly or family friendly, or you're just Ninja, like who you used to be. Well, like you just can't teleport.
Maybe it's just like a true colors thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like he was. We all know how he was. Like
it's funny that banter and shit talk is funny because like, dude, it's so cool that fucking. I mean, it doesn't work. It doesn't actually, like, if I was in that conversation, I'd be like, well, you really can't do that. Like, I know the idea that you have enough money to where if the bank did sell for that little, you like, but then you still couldn't just, I don't like this guy, bankrupt. You're getting your shit
such a
like
crazy position though. I mean, fuck, man. That dude's got so many followers that are like 8 years old and stuff.
That's that's where.
But he did that to himself,
Right.
I mean, it's just like pick your poison, pretty much.
Right. Yeah. Pick your Corona.
Corona's fake, dude. What are you talking about?
Bill Gates is listening.
Dude, I'm trying to find those leaked files, but the internet hit him, so I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, my internet's down because of Ninja, so I can't download these files. For those that aren't aware, by the way, I made a skit for social media that's like me talking to me talking shit to Ninja, and all my stuff goes down and I lose everything. It's fucking wild.
When you were like, so basically you lost all your shit.
Yeah, so basically you're fucking done.
That was fucking funny, dude.
I don't know. I guess here's one thing that I want to know from you.
Okay.
Where do we, dude? I've had this debate a couple of times in my chat, but it's like at the point where I don't even try to get too deep into it. Do you think we go back to normal from here?
In what way? Like just everything's super normal?
Yeah.
I think
going back to how it was.
I think it'll be a very slow progression. I think people naturally, probably even myself, will be naturally more cautious than usual. Like I went to the grocery store. I went to Walmart the other day, and it was pretty crowded. And and I felt just super anxious the whole time. And
Yeah.
I'm not someone who suffers from anxiety or anything like that. You know, I'm never. I mean, I get pretty anxious before maybe like a big phone call or an interview. You know, like normal stuff. But I went to Walmart to get some simple things, and yeah, dude. I mean, there was like the process of walking in the store was a little different. Like you had to go through this one area, and one of the doors was locked off, and all this kind of stuff. And you were like, I just felt that way, and everybody, it was so weird because there was a lot of people walking around with masks on, and I thought it was almost more odd to see people without masks on than the people with them. You know,
Right.
like I saw the people with them, and I was like, oh, that's totally normal.
Yeah. That's what I'm
So
saying. Like I
and then
don't
and then getting
think.
even real close to people and stuff, like you just don't know. It's like the uncertainties can be pretty scary at times. So I think after this whole thing's
I don't
done,
see us going back to what we were. I just don't. Too many
yeah,
people.
I think
So many people are like, just give it a couple months, everything will be back to normal. No, it's just it's
I
not.
think people will naturally keep a little more distance than usual. And there's probably not going to be things on the ground saying standing here, stand there, but I think just in general, like rubbing up against people
Right.
or whatever, or
I
if
know. No
somebody
more bumping and grinding random people in public.
face to face, leave some space.
Face to face leaves some space.
But I think yeah, I think subconsciously people will be a little more cautious.
I think
Just because of this whole thing.
I feel like
kind of leaves like a scarring effect.
I feel like a lot of businesses are going to really change from this.
In what way, you think?
I feel like a lot of people are doing so well through these times. It's going to open up a whole different reality of like, oh, wow, we can work this way.
Well, one thing that's interesting with that, so Brittany works in a huge building in town, probably the nicest, biggest, yeah, definitely the biggest corporation in town. And it's a pretty small town. but they have a whole chat department, and you know, these people all get, it's a super entry level, it's like the most entry level thing there is. I think it's like probably a little above minimum wage, that type of stuff. And all of them are working from home right now, and they're probably all doing pretty much the same, you know, good of a job. So
Right.
whether or not those people need to come back, that could be, I mean, they could use that whole building for a new fucking department, you know, and stuff like that. And businesses are learning that, and people from home, like, who do we actually really need here? We don't. There's
Like
tons of dynamics like that. Schooling online. I mean, there's tons of stuff.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, my brand's still growing. You know, YouTube videos are doing well right now, and streams aren't doing the worst. But, you know, content and everything's just still slowly growing. So more companies are like willing to work with me and talking to me. It's interesting, like, you know, a couple online companies, it's like, oh, well, now we got to delay this because of everything going on. But like, you know, just complete transparency. Like for example, Secret Labs is booming right now. Booming.
Because everybody's sitting down.
Yeah.
I actually want to get one of those shirts.
You should. Like, don't even use my link. I'm that convinced. I'm dead serious. Don't worry about using my link.
I kind of bought a chair, so I don't know.
Dude, it is.
I do have 2 desks, though. It would be nice to just have 2 chairs.
It is the most comfortable. Today's stream chat is brought to you by secretlabs.com. No, it's not. I'm not sponsored with them. I have an affiliate code on behalf of the reviews that I've done. But dude, they're fucking amazing. What you did? You tried Gfuel.
I haven't tried it yet.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. I just have
I was hoping to get like a sneak peek, some like secrets to your new review, because I thought maybe you were working on it. You already tried it, but here you haven't even tried it. Wow.
No, yeah, I was gonna do that today. I have 4. I was gonna try to record 4 different things today, actually, but one of them was gonna be that. I was gonna do a real quick one. I got the sample box of those 7 flavors, so I wanted to taste test like at least like 2 of them.
Yeah.
So I may just record another one tomorrow or something. But I kind of wanted to make it look like, what's it like to order this sample box? What do you get?
Right. Yeah, so. And that's good. That's good because it's a good experience. I think they give. I mean, about the same, if not. I'm not gonna. You'll see. You'll see what you'll get out of it. But like, no matter, it's just interesting because no matter, it's definitely a process for them because no matter, it's not like just like when they send me something, it's like, oh, it's BigE, just send him this. It's always as if I'm a customer every single time.
Yeah.
It's always every order that goes out of their department. It's always the same experience. Even if you're a sponsor, you're getting the same stuff that a customer gets. And I just find that interesting. Like the fact that they have such a strong process that it's like, no matter what, this goes out with it. This how it goes out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just interesting to me.
That's good. Everyone's equal,
I'm excited for it. Dude, I think the reason why I like, again, this podcast is not brought to you by Gfuel. I am sponsored with them. But the reason why I personally like it is it's such a lighter flavor or such a lighter energetic drink to be able to control. Obviously, like complete transparency, drink water over anything, right? Anybody listening? Water over anything. Anybody that tells you anything else is stupid. Fucking stupid. Water is the best thing that you can drink. Just whole good water.
Free medicine.
Don't let companies make you feel like drinking their flavored drink is a healthier alternative to just getting good food and drinking water. That is the best health alternative that you ever need. Good food, good water. But at the end of the day, we're comparing our addiction to tasty beverages and having the options of like pre-workouts and stuff like that. We're comparing it to a lot of things out there in the world. Example, if I'm going to have a refreshing afternoon beverage while I'm sitting down doing a podcast, I'm going to have a 0-calorie fucking energy drink that I can control and enjoy the flavor of than a fucking soda pop because that's the smart choice. You know what I mean? But and then on the flip side, I do like that I can use something like this for a pre-workout, get a little bit more energetic. Although I have not been doing workouts much like that to where I need to get energetic. It's fun, dude. I fucking hate working out from home. I'm so depressed about it.
You still doing yoga?
No. that was like a workout for that day. And I'm like, no, this is fucking stupid.
Yeah, that shit. I've been doing it, man.
That is so cool. And you like doing really fit stuff and challenging yourself. And I'm more of like I like the idea of like being fit, but I like the better idea of not standing on my fucking hands.
Well, the thing with me and that is that it's so different, and I never thought I would do it. So me actually, like, when I'm in the actual workout, in the process doing it, it's like odd, and that's just it's just way out of my comfort zone, and there's something kind of fun about that. I don't know, and from a actual like mobility, flexibility standpoint, I found myself being like really just tight, and things were just not.
But you are real tight.
Like, well, yeah, I'm super tight. Like,
super tight.
But yeah, stuff like that. So I was like, I want to stretch, but I don't want to just.
So
I don't want to just stretch. I want to like try to figure out how I could do this where it's some.
I think what I didn't like about it is it was this whole 30-minute session of something, and I think that's where I just lost it. I just enjoy it.
So I've been doing it the last like 3 times I've done it. I've done it on my own accord, and I'll listen to a podcast. I actually listened to Joe Rogan once. I've listened to a couple other podcasts. I'll just play that, and then just go through some of the poses that I remember. And
well, I remember
when I really deep stretch, but work up a sweat.
One of the first things I did to lose weight was I did Insanity. And
oh, really? I never tried that.
I never really realized how much, like, I thought I more correlated it with just stretching, but it's like it's a lot. It's yoga in the workouts.
Oh, really?
So it's a very high interval warm up for a few minutes, get the blood flowing, wall jumps and burpees and stuff like that to really get your heart rate up. and then it's a
Yeah.
boom, slow down, stretches. Like that's what I thought. I just correlated it with stretching. That's just all it was to me, was stretching. But it's like when I watched that yoga video and did that yoga, like the session, a lot of the things that they did was in that video. But like in that yoga video, you have to hold stuff for a long time. As to where it's like, okay, get into this. Now move down, touch your toes, go back and forth, breathe into the stretch. Okay, now go to the right. You know, it's like that consistent. It's that fast. Yeah. Sometimes you got to hold a pose for a while, and it really challenges you. But like,
for sure,
and then you get into the workout with insanity.
What if that's on? It's probably not on YouTube.
Oh, I bet it is. Let's see.
You think so? You don't think it's like a?
Oh no, I bet it's on YouTube by now.
I don't know, their own thing or whatever. But yeah, I thought yoga was just gonna be like stretching and that's it. But I was like, dude,
insanity, body transformation in 60 days. Sean T.
Oh, it's Sean. Yeah.
It's Sean T. And you know what I really liked about them is maybe that was P90X that had like you could watch different like you could do the more advanced version or the more light version. Dude, I tell you, one thing that I've been looking into with just in light of everything going on, because like I really ask myself like, okay, if I did get something like the coronas, would I be able to survive it? You know, like what are some things? So like I've been looking at like trying to get more. Okay, so like how do I have a better cardiovascular health? So I've been looking more into that, and I've learned so much these last few weeks, and like just so many things like you don't know the fucking differences of things. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like I never knew like so basically what one guy on Joe Rogan, it just had him on there not too long ago, a big God damn, I can't remember his name, big like kettlebell advocate guy, functional like training kind of guy. He basically was explaining how to really train your cardiovascular is through like to expand your heart and make it grow is by a longer mid-range heart rate in like solid state. So like, you know, the morning hour, 45-minute walk, half-hour walk that we do where we get that heart rate up to the, you know, like you're walking at a pace of like a few miles an hour and you're getting that heart rate up into like the 120s. That's extremely great for cardiovascular training to expand your health. And then you have like HIIT training, which will better release the maybe endorphins, I think is the word, in your muscles to help burn certain calories in your body. Yeah. And help with blood flow and stuff. So it all plays a part, you know. One kind of workout makes heart bigger to be able to handle that. And then you know the HIIT training makes it more efficient, basically. Makes it work better while being bigger. And then like this last week, I just started hearing more about like the difference in between, okay, well, when you do solid state, you're also doing an anaerobic workout, which means you're using more oxygen to be able to fuel. As to where when you do those 10-minute HIIT style stuff as well, you're using an intra aerobic, or that could be so wrong. I can't remember with that. But that's where you start to tap into your fat, your stored fat. That's how you know, it's just so interesting. So that's like, you know, you could have a guy who's the one great example. Charlie, what's his name? Very motivational guy. The dude can run marathons, right?
Charlie D'Amelio?
Yes. He was running like marathons, but big time. But he was running marathons and was still like kind of overweight, was still holding on to a lot of extra fat.
That's crazy. Oh, fucking David Goggins?
What about him?
Is that who you're talking about?
No, I'm talking about Charlie. Oh wait, no, not the TikTok. Oh no, I'm talking about. It sounded like that would be his last name. You're talking about the TikTok girl. I'm talking about Charlie Puth. No, not Puth. That's the musician. God damn it. He was dude. I know you know him. Yeah. No. Shut up. I know you fucking know who this guy is.
Oh my god.
Charlie.
The Nike
guy.
Nike guy. He was on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Yes. Charlie Japoli.
Oh, yeah. Charlie Rocket.
Yeah, Charlie Rocket. There you go. That's
yeah. He's the man.
Okay. Yeah, no.
When was he on there?
What's that?
Was he on? I kind of stopped paying attention to him.
I mean, he's still killing it. But like, what I'm saying though is there was a period of time where he even said like he was running and eating right, but was just still could not lose any weight.
Yeah,
it's because you at a certain point you have to burn fat at a certain time. You could be working out, but due to like oxygen and calories that you're receiving, you're not actually. I don't know. There's just so much deep. The human body is insane, and again, full turnaround. I just find it so crazy of how insane the human body is that you have people online that are like, "Oh, yep, the coronavirus is fake. All you need is this, and you'll be fine." And it's like, you're a fucking idiot, dude. I want to.
Yeah, dude. It's just a waste of time. It's a waste of time to talk about it. It's a waste to listen to. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, dude. But
Bill Gates invented cardiovascular exercises. That's what I was told.
That's what I heard.
Actually. Yeah, that's what I heard. The reason why we have to work out like that is because of Bill Gates, because he's evil.
Dude, my dad's actually done. He's actually done a project with Bill Gates way back in the day. He worked for Microsoft for a long ass time, and we used to go to. It's kind of cool, dude. We used to go to like these, like the Microsoft building would have these huge parties.
Oh,
and
I remember you saying that he did work for Microsoft.
Yeah, I remember being a little kid and like a really tiny kid and going through all the adults.
Did you get to meet him?
I don't know if I met him. I went up to I snaked through this huge crowd of adults up to like the main stage, and I was like right next to Bill Gates, and I thought it was like the coolest shit in the world. But I don't think I would remember that. I never like took a picture or anything. But that was way back then. But now, yeah, Microsoft during the last like recession and stuff, my dad was one of the guys that got laid off, so now he's all like he just hates Microsoft.
And so it begun.
Yeah, dude, it's funny. I remember after that happened, driving, I was visiting my dad from college, and I was like talking to my sister or something. I can't imagine dad with like Apple products or anything. And I walked in the house, he had like everything was Apple, dude.
Just fully switched.
Oh, so funny, dude. Yeah, it was like clearly just, out of spite, but it was also like a joke, and
right.
But anyways, so this whole Bill Gates thing is kind of interesting. Yeah, it's not.
It's crazy to actually think of how many people out there though that literally do stuff like that because they like have like your dad actually worked with them. Like there are people out there like that in this situation they're going to be like, oh my god, Bill Gates is such a bad person. Don't ever support a Microsoft product. Don't ever touch a Microsoft product because Bill Gates is a bad person. You know what I mean? And it's like, dude, if you didn't support products because there was some kind of corruption behind the brand, you would not support 95% of the products that exist in the world. I'm sorry. Yeah. You just I think my dad in Microsoft is different because it's like there's so much. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. So much
emotional
connection. That it's a whole different scenario for him. But I'm saying like there are people out there that are like that. Like for it's like oh God, this could be a whole different rabbit hole, so we'll try to make it brief, but you're going to definitely laugh about this one. It's like Valorant. Every new app and game that comes out now, I'm seeing, dude, don't download that game. Oh, why is that? It's owned by the Russians. It's owned by Asia. There's this company
TikTok,
in the terms
of about that every day.
Yeah, dude, all the time.
The Chinese run it.
We're gonna run it up one more time in this podcast. Fucking moron alert! If you are online in 2020, want moron alert? If you are on line in 2020, if you have Facebook, if you have Twitter, if you have Instagram, if you have YouTube, if you are registered on anything online in this world, you have no fucking privacy, and you need to just shut the fuck up. You need to just accept it. You need to just accept it. Oh, BigE, wait, what? You just want to lay down and accept the fact that people know your information? Yes, because that's the reality. You put yourself online. That's the point.
Yeah.
People know. Anyway. People know you. The other day, or like last week, 2 weeks ago, somebody, I was scared at first because he's like, dude, I know this information about you. I'm like, what the fuck? Are you serious? How did somebody know? And then I spoke out to other couple content creators. I'm like, dude, has this ever happened to you? And they're like, dude, go to Google and type in your name. I'm like, oh, fuck. What the fuck? Super public information. Typed in Casey Neistat's name into the same website. Super public information. Yeah. Super public. And what basically people will do is they'll email these people that may not know better, and they'll be like, I can protect you. Here's how. I can pay me or stuff like that. Dude, I'm not.
Yeah, your shit's out there. And dude, I've always stood by this, but like I have nothing else. You know what I mean?
Right. That's what I say. Aside from,
and I always go back to that. I never, because people are always
you might find a
you on that, and I'm like,
you might find a dick pic or two from in the past if you can hold on to media and somehow like dive through media.
Yeah,
but it's like if you're somebody that's killed somebody and you're trying to hide that information, that's one thing, right?
I think the thing that's like baffling is that these people think that they're private already. You know, it's like, dude, all your shit is everywhere,
right?
You know, and there's people like us that are like, every day we try to put all of our shit out there. I mean,
you know what's funny? You know what's funny about that? People that especially if you're older, that bitch, but you have no privacy now on social media. People can find out things about you. Like, do you not remember a fucking giant thick book with all your addresses, names, and phone numbers being sent to everybody?
Yeah.
Do you not remember that? Do you not remember that time? and their maps existed then too. I
remember the whole Vero thing.
Yeah, Vero. The same thing happened with BigE. The same thing happened with Valorant. The same thing.
I have no idea what's going on with BigE. I haven't looked at that since I downloaded it pretty much.
Yeah.
Are you still uploading it to it? What's up with that?
No.
Oh, really? It's just like nothing.
I think it's still something. I see people promoting it. I know people. I'll get on it every now and then, and I know content creators are actively posting on there. It's just I don't get into it. It's a cool platform though.
Yeah,
I think it's got potential. It's just that
it went crazy for like 2 nights.
Yeah, and that's when
that's so much hype.
They should have 15-second videos. It's too short. 6 seconds is way too short. 15-second videos overnight, and they should have started paying influencers to come to the platform.
Yeah.
It's definitely 2020.
You like have to do that nowadays.
Yeah, dude, there has
to be incentive.
There are too many pipe dreamers right now. Like, you can't. No, you can't just naturally. You can't just naturally take off on a platform anymore.
Yeah, well, and a lot of these influencers and stuff, they have these massive incentives already. So they're like, wait a sec, this money actually exists. So why would I do this shit for free when you know what I mean? You get a taste of it, and it happens. You know, influencer marketing is so big now. You just can't get by.
It's the main thing.
If Ninja goes, hey, this is the coolest shit ever, I mean, you immediately have a fucking this app, you know?
Oh yeah,
it's just you just have to. You know?
Whether you know, and it doesn't mean that the game's not good. You know, we've seen the failures, and we've seen, like Valorant is a great example. It was people didn't get paid, but it was 100% a launch driven by influencers. On the flip side, Battlefield, what was the most? Is Battlefield 5 was heavily promoted by influencers, paid projects. Same thing with Call of Duty, and Battlefield tanked. Call of Duty is Call of Duty. It's always going to have its years because it's just repetitive shit every year. But I mean, I still don't think in terms of the initial hype, it's definitely died down. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
But I don't know.
But
That's what happens when you pay influencers.
It's just the way to do it. It's like it's just how you do it.
Yeah.
Like there's no doing something else. It's the way you market.
Right. Anybody who's not for it anymore is just like not wanting to adapt to times.
Yeah, I can't stand that shit, dude. And people just think they're magically gonna fucking do something differently than everybody else, you know. Without taking
and having so it's interesting. One of the biggest tech reviews, Unbox Therapy, right?
I don't think so, dude.
Unbox Therapy is one of the biggest in the world.
I don't watch I
get a lot of shit because everybody thinks that we look alike, especially when I wear a dad hat.
Oh, I gotta watch this now.
Just type in Unbox Therapy. Just look at the first pictures.
Wait,
are you doing it right now?
Let me see this shit. Oh yeah, I don't know if you look like. He's got a gray beard.
Right, that's what I say too.
Yeah,
that's what I say too. Some of his older videos, maybe when his beard was a little darker, but he's really great. Anyways,
he looks like a tiny man too.
He blew up. 72 million views from the video where he bent one of the iPhones, right?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And ever since then, Apple has never full out worked with him. He reviews Apple products respectfully, but he calls them out on a lot of shit too. A lot of these reviewers actually call out Apple on a lot of their shit.
Yeah.
But they work with a lot of guys. But a company that large to have a chip on their shoulder to not work with one of the largest for so long, to not send him shit first to where he's, reviewing it right away to have it launched. That's the thing. One of the largest YouTube companies that reviews shit has to wait till launch to purchase it themselves.
Yeah.
And that's just such a you're just moving forward. You're just going to have to stop doing that as a company. You're just going to have to stop being so fucking no, man, he got big because he showed that our phone broke. That's so stupid.
Dude, he's got hella videos with every video has millions of views, It's not clearly it's not one video.
He's
Five Little Monk.
I want to say which last week he just put out a video saying to Apple look, let's put this shit behind us.
They were that mad about it?
I don't know how mad, obviously there's that communication is not there, but he said, there's been clearly evidence in the YouTube space that they're willing to work with content creators because a new phone will be announced and creators already have the fucking phone. So that doesn't just happen. You know what I mean? That is Apple actually reaching out to these people hey, this is happening. Let's work together. Let's get this out there. So why he being the largest, I would say he's probably, I don't know how much Marquez has. Because they got 16 mil. Marquez, yes, I think he's the biggest. Marquez Brownlee is at 10 mil. I would say Unbox Therapy is probably the largest reviewer.
Wow.
So it's a company like Apple you just gotta stop doing that in 2020.
Yeah, you figure it out. You know what I mean? They're not even looking at the upside. You know what I mean? They're looking at shit in the past.
You know what happened?
People do that shit all the time. Oh yeah, Dear Apple video.
Last week I put out a review on the autonomous desk, the self-rising smart desk, and I started the video off with the negatives about it. Now, granted, there wasn't too many negatives. I started off with the negatives. You know how they responded? We appreciated your video. Here is a 10% off code that you can use for your viewers. Not for me, so my viewers can get 10% off if they would like to get it. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying exactly that this is how Apple would respond, but the problem for so many years is, based on how Apple's seen the response of Unbox Therapy, I can only imagine that the idea is, oh, this guy didn't praise our product to help make more sales. We don't want to work with him ever anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It wasn't even about him being honest or anything.
Here's the thing. Like I'm afraid of making a DX Racer review because they did send me out a really dope looking Gfuel chair. But here's the reality: my Secret Lab chairs are so much more comfortable. That chair is not comfortable for a guy my size. I'm a little nervous to put out a review, quite frankly, because like I can just tell, I just have that feeling like they would. Most companies, when you put out a negative review, you should learn from it. Okay, why was it negative?
Yeah,
this guy clearly works with a whole bunch of other shit. What was bad about it then? Where can we move on? But like some companies are already pegged as like they probably don't fucking because like I got scrutinized the first week that I got it because I wasn't making my clips and shit with it, and I'm like I'm not fucking with them. I made a video about it. I posted some pictures of it. I didn't ask for it. DX Racer.
Okay, gotcha.
Long time company. I think they did a really
everybody using their chairs.
Right. I think they did a really good job at from an outsider standpoint. I think they did a really good job at marketing, getting into the scene, and they never adapted.
Well, make a video with Megan and be like, yeah, if you're her size, she loves it.
Megan doesn't find it comfortable.
Oh, okay. Hell yeah.
But I'm a biased fucking reviewer. Okay, that's what some people say. Like in my Secret Labs video, that's doing really well right now. Oh, of course you would say nice things about it. You're getting paid. Well, why don't you credit for me for the shit that I talked about it, dude? Because like even in like one of the videos, I compare like it's overpriced, type vibes and like this old version is definitely better. Like just honesty. But like, dude, the thing that sucks is like we're just in this online world where like you said, it's hard to trust people. So it's like. When you come along a video like mine, and I'm a clear-cut reviewer, I'm no bullshit, and I'm just simply like, dude, like it's fucking good. What more do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
This is what I like about it. This is how I like it, but I'm not everybody, so it may not be for everything. What more can I fucking say? What more do you want from me? Because people still are just like, yeah, dude, of course you'll say nice things.
Never satisfied.
They sent it to you. So basically what you're saying from all of our conversation today is you just need to fucking pay attention to the things that are within your control. That's all I picked up from today. We could have just started the fucking podcast and be like, hey, foreheads and dumbasses and morons, take control of your situations and only focus on that. Other than that, everything else is pointless.
Yeah, that's been my mindset for a long time. I think that's kind of why a lot of people know me as a pretty positive guy. I'm rarely in a bad mood or anything like that. It's because I just don't dwell on shit I can't control. You know what I mean? I just kind of do what I can, and if I do a good job with it and actually do the things I can control, then I feel pretty good. I'm in a good mood. So I mean, that's pretty much it. But if you think I'm going to waste my time with things that are out of my control, then you're just tripping because it's completely fucking pointless. Right. I don't have time to waste, man. I'm 29. You know what I'm saying?
We have our own fucking lives to worry about. We ain't gonna be worried about how we involve you in it. So it's one like toxic thing this last year that I've really learned with myself. I know a lot of like my stream viewers haven't liked that mentality, but like it really is so true. Like I'm all for entertainment. I'm all for you to enjoy what I put out there, but I'm me, and I ain't here to just fucking please you, dude. You know what I mean? Like, and I think if more people kind of catered to that mind, like, I just feel like a lot of people would, would this situation be that bad if more people would just focus on themselves?
Yeah.
Instead of reading conspiracy theories for 15 hours.
That's such a waste. So, but I found myself I think we spoke about this before. But it's easy to get sucked into that stuff.
Yeah, it is because it's fucking funny.
Like I looked it up. I looked it up one night, and it wasn't even. I didn't even look up conspiracies, but I was really at this point. I did like no research on COVID.
Right? Yeah. I remember when you said that.
And I looked it up,
and the next day you don't know what the fuck to believe because everything's like one side and then the other side.
Yeah, well, I just looked up some info. I wanted to learn something, and this is probably a month ago when I first really started. And I start reading these articles, and then I start reading I'm like 3 different articles in, and I start just believing all this stuff for some reason. but I just kept reading it and got really sucked into it. And I totally understand how that can happen. You know what I mean? But you just kind of need to have the wherewithal, just to know that a lot of this stuff is not actually factual. It's just somebody's
Right.
A lot of it's just opinion based.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And it would be a disservice to everybody if you just kind of went out of nowhere, tried to, put your opinions or what you think are facts on everybody else, when in reality they're just fucking not. There's only a few people that have the fucking facts.
Yep.
And it's not me.
And some facts you're just like, dude. One, some facts you're just better off not knowing. Two, some facts you just got to get the fuck over that you're never gonna find out, and it doesn't involve you.
Yeah. Or
you
just simply can't do anything about it.
Dude, people that like still chase to this day, like, was 9/11 a fucking dude? Who knows? We don't. There are a lot of very interesting things about it.
Yeah.
It's definitely suspicious, dude. It's happened. It's done. It's nearly 20 fucking years since it happened.
Yep. Can you imagine still spending like days every week talking about it?
You find out something too. Like, let's find out tomorrow who killed JFK. What? Then what? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, true.
Wow, it's interesting. It's cool to find out. Like, tomorrow we find out Hitler didn't actually die, and he went somewhere else, and he died somewhere else.
Yeah.
Wow. Dude. Like, now what? Now what did all that shit of you trying to dive deep into? Like, it doesn't change the world.
No. It's just another form of entertainment at this point.
Yeah.
Or something to be.
Bill Gates created this, and it spread, and he has the only vaccine. What happens to you as a person? I know justice may get brought down, but like, in all reality, you random viewer in the stream who or listening to this, who has spent hours researching into this stuff, what actually happens to you? If that is true, nothing. If
you're back at square one.
If you're within, like, there are people out there that probably are looking into this stuff that have power. If it's that big of a deal, you know what I mean? But you're not a person within power, and you going out there and worrying about those things 24/7 does nothing for you.
Nah. So focus on what you can control. That's pretty much it. And make the most out of this time, dude, because you're not going to get this fucking time. So
yeah, dude. Yeah. Like Jordan Peterson said, man, like, why not just go all in, chat? You know, anybody listen, why not just go all in on this? Like, this is, you are not coming out of this alive. Why not just fucking go all in, dude? Yeah. You're not. It's gonna happen.
That is true. We gotta go
eventually. You gotta fucking face that fact real quick. Why not go all in and be the best person you can be, and take all the fucking chances you can take? And for the love of fucking God, you fucking morons, if you are not creating content that you've always wanted to create, or doing the shit that you wanted to do right now while you have the time, don't fucking come back. Well, okay, maybe come back, but you get what I'm saying. You're a fucking moron, and you need to wake up. You need, I got a challenge for anybody with my content for the next month. I don't want excuses. I don't want to hear your excuses. If you have your excuses in your head as to why you're not doing your shit, great. I don't want to fucking hear it. I can't do this right now because of so-and-so. I live here. I'm not able to do this. I'm not. No. Shut up. I don't want to hear it. Don't waste my time with that shit anymore.
People just need to prove it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Hashtag prove it. Let's go.
Yeah. Hashtag prove it. All right. Rob, cool. Do you have anything else that you want to say to end off with, dude?
Subscribe to BigE. That's pretty much it.
Whoa, my God, dude.
Use code BigE at checkout.
We've done a lot of podcasts. Did this one feel just like more natural and different than some of the other ones?
Yeah, I'd say so.
I don't know.
This stuff, I mean, with you, and any of my good friends, just feels like a normal.
Right, and that's what hopefully anybody else that comes on, that's what they feel, because like that's all I want this to be. I want this just to be a hangout. That's all this needs to be, a hangout sesh, a conversation between 100%. People.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a podcast or anything like that.
Right.
It's cool, dude. Yeah, I'm actually stoked to see this thing kind of take off because like I said earlier in the beginning of the podcast, I think you have the talent to really turn it into something. You know what I mean? I just really want to see that, and you're connected to so many interesting people. And that type of shit. So
I wanna have. Let me know in the comments down below, guys. You guys know some people that I have some interactions with. I mean, I would seriously. I want to push. I want to have some previous guests on some previous podcasts. Sharp.
Yeah.
Jesper. I want to have Icy Bomb on a podcast, but you know, I want to have LT back on a podcast, but I want to hit like. You know, I want fucking like Nate Shot on this bitch one time. I want fucking I want Bradley Martin on this fucking thing. CT motherfucking well, maybe not CT Flesh.
Dude, I want you to get a Hex on here.
I would love to get Hex on here. Likes and comments.
I like his shit a lot.
Likes and comments. Let me know. I don't want to go into this podcast from a perspective of I'm a fellow entrepreneur that can connect with people. I want to go into this podcast like literally like, hey, what's up? I'm BigE. Let's just talk about some shit, dude. Like have an opportunity to get away and just talk about some shit. You know, so
I think
I'm down to have anybody on, but I want to pick the brains of some of these like creators that have done it and have been doing it for a while. You know what I mean?
One guy that I personally be really interested in watching talk with you is American Dad.
Ooh, I'd love that.
I think his stuff is like
let's make that happen.
Creative. Like it's different than everybody else, and I don't really know why, but
let's get American Dad on here.
I'm
down for it.
Yeah, he's super cool. So I don't know, but just those kind of guys and just see where it goes. You know what I mean? But
absolutely.
Fun.
I'll have to get a fucking a beer for that one. But so Rob, before we end out, could you let everybody know where your kind of focus is right now, so where people can find you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, pretty much every social media platform. Just look up
the focus one. I knew you were going to do that. Yeah, just follow me on everything. No, where is your focus right now? No, your focus is where?
I would say YouTube.
YouTube.
Much.
So everybody, make sure you guys go subscribe to his YouTube.
Yeah, I'm really trying to grow that. I just kind of put together a whole legitimate plan for that, and I'm going to start going pretty hard at that. Yeah, and the TikTok's kind of blowing. I'm almost at 70K on TikTok.
100K right around the corner. I'm coming up on 10K. Let's kill it, man.
Dude.
All right, gang.
You're one TikTok away from fucking 30,000 followers.
Dude, that's crazy. What's great about TikTok right now. Honestly, I feel like my YouTube channel is getting to that point too. I feel like that one video might just jump me up to like 25K out of nowhere.
Dude, that feeling, like that's one of the small feelings that like just drives me to do any of this shit.
And guess what?
It's happened before.
You don't.
And I'm like, dude, why wouldn't it happen again? Like,
yeah,
let's go.
And you don't get that feeling without creating. So go create foreheads. All right,
exactly.
we got to cut it, dude. 2 hours, 20 minutes. That's fucking it. Ladies and gentlemen, appreciate you tuning in to BigE Hangouts. Subscribe. Make sure you turn on those notifications. Follow both Rob and I on everything.
Yeah.
Let me know in the comments down below. If who do you like to see on here next? Again, if you guys know where or how I could get this podcast across everything and make it as easy as possible for myself to do so, because I'm illiterate with some of that shit, that'd be awesome, man. Rob's everything is BigRobEnergy, so search him up. Big Rob, that's right? BigRobEnergy on everything. Yeah, so
everything.
BigRobEnergy on everything. Anything last to say, dude?
No, that's it, man. This is
all
fun.
Right. We're out. Peace, everybody. Later, nerds.
Thanks, guys.